All right, welcome to another show, the Movement Boxing Podcast. This marks our 25th episode, so this is a very special night for us. Thanks for the continued support for everybody that's been joining in for us weekly and checking out the rebroadcast on our YouTube channel or on iTunes. Just big up on the continued support. As usual, got our co-panelist, co-host on again tonight. We got 2K the guy from the Guys of Boxing Talk. What's going on, Jim?
What's good, family?
All right, another night, man. We got Bo and Bernard from the Truth and Facts About Boxing. What's good with y'all fellas?
What's good? What's going on, man?
All right, and we got Big Cool from Colossal Boxing Talk again as usual. What's going on with you, man?
Glad to be back on, man.
All right, it's good to have all you fellas on, man. Together, all of us on. We had a nice weekend of fights. So we're going to get started with our reviews, man. We're going to start off with the Shinsuke Yamanaka fight. He defended his bantamweight title against Carlson. And I think it was, 7th round knockout, I believe. He won.
Yep.
7th round
TKO.
Okay, cool. I guess I'll start off with Menard on this one, man. What do you think of the fight as far as Yamanaka and Carlson?
The fight was one-sided, pretty much. I only gave Carlson 1 round, and I believe that was the 4th round. Yamanaka's straight left was there the whole night, man. And he rocked him pretty much in the first round. He had rocked Carlson, had him on ropes. Second round, kept the pace. It came down, I want to say, when he got to the 4th round, Carlson started picking it up a little bit, and he started landing his straight right hand on Yamanaka. By the 5th round, I believe there was 2 knockdowns.
Yep.
2 knockdowns, I believe. I'm trying to pull up my scorecard now. No, excuse me. There was 2 knockdowns. There was 2 knockdowns in the 4th round. There was 2 knockdowns in the 5th round. There was a knockdown in the 6th round, and then the 7th round he got knocked down again with a TKO. So pretty much Yamanaka dictated the pace of that fight, other than that 1 round, which you can get it. That could be considered that was a swing round. Other than that, Yamanaka dominated that whole fight.
All right, Big Cool, did you catch this one as well?
Yep. It was a simplistic fight for Yamanaka. Jab, straight left, up top to the body. He got him out there. You can definitely tell that Carlson wasn't for this type of fighter on this level. I mean, he did give a good effort though. I don't know if I want to say he hurt Yamanaka. I think in the 5th round.
I do remember him hurting him, but landing that wild
jab. It was a jab, right? I thought he started with the jab.
Right on him.
I mean, I thought he started with the jab, and then he followed it over to the right. But I mean, he did hurt Yamanaka in that round. He gave a good effort, but Yamanaka, man, he proved to be too much. It was a good fight, though. I'm saying he dominated the guy he was supposed to, knocked him down 6-7 times, and like I said, it was a good performance. But I was thinking, watching the fight, that he's not ready for a guy like Rigondeaux. Definitely, I think it didn't need to be said, but I would like to see that fight happen just because it'll be a unification type belt.
Let me go ahead and get the Cuban in on this one since you mentioned that, Big Cool. Bo, what are your thoughts about, I guess I know there's been a lot of talks about Rigo going down in the weight, to face Yamanaka or, some of the other bantamweight champions.
Okay, what did you say now?
Your thoughts on Rigo going down in the weight to face Yamanaka.
Well, if you guys remember, I had said that a while back. I said, man, Rigo should go down to 118 and fight Yamanaka, and we were saying, man, is that the route he's going to have to take because he was doing that once before. I definitely think now more than ever he should definitely go down to 118. We don't know what's going on with the Moses Flores fight because that fight got canceled due to Kirkland Cota fight getting canceled. There was rumors that Al Heyman was probably going to try to have it on Showtime, but nothing surfaced. So I definitely think he should be looking at Yamanaka because you going down, you go face the guy at 118 and he's a dominant guy at 118. So you can't. It's not like people can knock that fight at all. Period. You go fight a guy who's technically sound like you are, who's very good and skillful, and you fight him at 118 pounds. And if you beat Yamanaka, what can people really say about it? And that's a fight that I believe that could easily be made. So I would definitely like that fight. I think that would be a more challenging fight for Rigo than Moses Flores would be. So I'm all for that if he wants to make that move.
All right. Let me get another angle from 2K. I guess I want to get your stance on that fight Rigo and Yamanaka at 118, and another one we kind of been talking about over the past couple of days. So let me get your thoughts on that one first. Rigo movement down and weight to fight Yamanaka.
Yeah, I agree 100% with Bo, and I actually expressed those sentiments a few times after we talked about it on the last podcast. Since motherfuckers don't want to fight Rigo at 122, I mean, and then niggas is literally running to 126. Also, Rigo he's not a big 122, and he would be a very small 126. Not a very small, but he'd just be a small 126. I think he should take that fight at 118. Now, my thing is with Rigo and his team, I think, they really want him to be in a big money fight because he deserves it. And I agree 100%. Of course, we're harping on the past back in 2013 with him thoroughly dismantling Nonito Donaire. I forgot his name for a second. But the fact that he hasn't been able to get fights is not his fault. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, niggas don't want to fight him. Dudes that would give him big money fights don't want to fight him. So, I mean, it takes two to tango. So I think he should make that move to 118 and take on a pound for pound guy and take his belt. That would be good for him.
He would be able to make good money over there. I'm guessing facing Yamanaka over there as well. I don't think
it's not Leo Santa Cruz or Carl Frampton money though. That's what I meant by that. It's definitely not going to be that. Yeah.
All right. And another fight that I've been bringing up that I think is probably stylistically probably one of the ones I prefer to see Yamanaka in at 118 right now. Against the newly crowned WBA Super Champ ZZ Janet Zakikhanov. I know 2K probably. I know he definitely disagrees with me on this one, but stylistically, I think it's definitely a good matchup for Yamanaka right now. Carlson didn't win many rounds, but he did do some things effective pressure-wise that I think a guy like ZZ. For 12 rounds, it would definitely, be, I'd like to see it, just to see how it plays out. Let me get 2K's thoughts on it.
I agree with you, man. I'd like to see it, too. We differ on the outcome. That's about it. But as far as, saying that it would be a good little matchup for Yamanaka, a nice challenge for him, I agree with that, man. I just think he beat the shit out of ZZ. That's all.
I'm just saying. I mean that straight left. I mean the ZZ might be able to figure it out with a guy like Hatton in his corner. I mean eventually. So that I mean just that right there, the whole Hatton thing in the corner and the stylistically, it definitely makes for an interesting matchup at 118.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess let's go into our next review, man, and I'm going to start with 2K on this one because I know he wanted to sound off already. Tony Bellew versus David Haye. Yeah, definitely a shocking outcome for the majority of us. Bellew won by TKO in the 11th round. Man, yeah, definitely an odd fight. I'm going to go on record and say David Haye needs to go ahead and lose his cornrows. He can't wear them anymore after this fight, man. They way down on his Achilles, They way down on his Achilles, so, you got to get rid of those, bro. Go ahead, TK. Let me let you go ahead and chime in on this one.
Well, mainly, man, it's just, you know, I'm going to use a ridiculous term here. I'm fucking flabbergasted, you know what I'm saying, by these motherfucking Bellew fans, dog. Shout out to O'Hara Davies. I watched the press conference. Them Liverpool fans are fucking ridiculous. They're just as bad as Pacquiao or Triple G fans. They booed the shit out of O'Hara Davies and David Haye. They praised Tony Bellew and Derry Matthyse. They actually thought Derry Matthyse, a guy who's been knocked out 8 times, who lost his last 2 fights and got knocked out brutally in his last fight by Luke Campbell, was going to beat O'Hara Davies. Shout out to him. He dispatched this bitch-ass dude in 3 rounds in front of them dumbass Liverpool fans. And, you know, he did what David Haye was supposed to do. On to David Haye, though, going into there, man, the first 5 rounds, bro, easily 4-1 David Haye. And the 1 round was simply because David Haye got injured. You know what I'm saying? Tony Bellew did well in the beginning of that fight, eluding his punches. I got to give him credit for that. And that's as far as the credit goes. You know what I'm saying? David Haye was still able to catch him with numerous right hooks to the head. He would dip and come back up with another hook, left hook to the head. He caught him with those numerously. He also used his jab. He would jab first, and then he would do a 1-2, and then he'd try to follow with a left hook. And a lot of that time, you know, Tony Bellew would backpedal and get out of David Haye's way. And David Haye was too big and too lumbering in this fight, and he was going for the knockout, which I didn't like. I was basically saying he needed to calm down, missing too many shots, being too wild with his punch placement. But at the same time, he did land shots. He was on the aggressiveness. He was dictating the pace. Tony Bellew was completely on the defensive. And I understand why, because based on David Haye's muscle mass and the fact that he told everybody that he was going to try to get Tony Bellew out of there within 4 rounds, he was going to go for the knockout, keep him on the defensive, elude all of his punches, make him punch air. He's going to get tired by round 5. That was his game plan. When he gets tired, that's when you can mount an offensive attack and pretty much take over the fight. Problem was, David Haye was banking too many of the early rounds to the point where if he had never gotten injured, he would have cruised to victory. I think Tony Bellew would have maybe come alive, I say maybe by the 7th round. If Haye wasn't injured, probably by the 7th round, he would have came alive. He would have started winning rounds by then. But at that time, the moral of the story would have been, well, David Haye banked in too many of the early rounds for Bellew to have done enough to win the fight. That's exactly what fucking happened. Okay, if Haye didn't knock him out late, but he ends up what they say. Some people are saying he fucked up his Achilles. Some people are saying he tore his ACL. Initially, me and my wife were watching the fight. We thought he tore his ACL because the movements that he was making were the same movements that my wife's mother and her sister did when they tore their ACL. So we were looking at that like, oh, shit, the nigga did the same shit that your mom and your sister did, look like tore his ACL. At that point in time, I was saying they need to stop the fight. That was going into the 6th round, okay? Now, I didn't want the fight to stop because David Haye was dominating. But I was like, yo, they need to stop this fight. This motherfucker could barely walk, right? Watching this man get up going into the 6th, going into the 7th, going into the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th, I found a newfound respect for David Haye. I couldn't stand this motherfucker. And on the last podcast, all you listeners out there, I was going so far as to say, hey, if David Haye ever called me out, shit, I'm going to train and fight him. Win or lose, I'm going to still fight the dude. That's how much I didn't like David Haye. You know what I'm saying? But after seeing his heart in this fight, I have found a newfound respect for him. Now, of course, he didn't do what we expected him to do, right? But shit happens in boxing. He could have bowed out in the going into the 6th round. That's what the majority of a lot of these fighters today would have done. They would have quit, okay? Their corners would have called the fight, like I expected them to do. But none of that happened. So watching Bellew try his hardest to knock out a one-legged man and be unsuccessful showed me how limited of a fighter Tony Bellew is. And it's ridiculous that these fucking fans out there, these Bellew fans, are saying that Bellew is an A-class fighter. They're actually agreeing with Eddie Hearn in the ringside post-fight interview where he calls out Deontay fucking Wilder. They're saying that Bellew dominated the fight. They're saying that David Haye was done. And they're not saying David Haye was done because of his injury. They're saying he was done because Bellew was whooping his ass. I mean, it's fucking asinine. I'm a guy that I will allow you to state your opinion, and I will respect it, okay? But sometimes, man, it gets ridiculous as to what these motherfuckers are really looking at. And it's clear that a lot of these dudes are extremely biased towards certain fighters. When it comes to David Haye, a lot of motherfuckers hate him just like, I mean, I don't hate him, I just don't like him, but a lot of motherfuckers hate him. You know, they show a disdain for David Haye like I do, but the difference between me and the niggas that I fuck with on this podcast and my co-host on my channel, right, we know how to give credit where credit is due, okay? Tony Bellew did absolutely nothing, okay? Going into the 11th round, David Haye was hit by punches. It was a certified knockdown. But to me, it looked like the injury was more of a hindrance, which caused that unbalanced knockdown.
Like you're informing Cota.
Exactly. Then Tony Bellew actually knocking him through the ropes with his power punches. Okay? Now, on to my next point. Yes, he was knocked through the ropes. Yes, it was the 11th round. But David Haye beat the fucking count. He beat the count. Okay? At 9, David Haye was on his 2 feet and ready to go. So his corner throwing the towel in, I 100% wholeheartedly disagree with the stoppage, simply because you should have stopped it in the 5th round. If you allow your man to go 15-plus minutes on heart, endure punishment, you know, in 2 of those rounds, right? Further aggravate his injury for 15-plus minutes, right? The fucking least you could have done was allow him to start the 12th round, especially when he beat the count. Come on, okay? I understand if he started the 12th round and he came out there and Bellew just laid some shit on him, knocked him down again, and it was brutal, stop it, please. I agree. But the fact that this man had the courage, the confidence, the heart, okay? He had the undeniable will to want to finish. And this is the problem with a lot of these niggas. I told Bernard and shout out to my man Wilson. You know what I'm saying? I will not be listening to the opinion of any motherfucker who's never been in the ring and given the opportunity to go out on their shield. I will not listen to their opinion about when a fight should be stopped any longer, because they don't have the experience of being able to go out on their shield. And I gave the story about myself fighting in the amateur. I was fighting in a championship tournament, and I had a fucking concussion in the first round, and I still finished the fight. I gave the dude hell, only lost by 2 points. And I had to go to the hospital after the fight, but I was just glad I fucking finished. And that's exactly how I know David Haye felt, dog. I know he felt that way. Now, another guy, I won't say his name, but I respect him, my dude, he kept saying, well, David Haye didn't complain, you know, in the post-fight interviews. He didn't say anything, so why do we complain? Dog, please use your common sense, fam. David Haye is not going to oust his corner in public. He's not going to make his corner man look bad in front of the media. Now, what he says to his corner in private may or may not be different. We don't know. It's speculation. But I can tell you as an ex-fighter, David Haye wanted to finish, and his actions were speaking louder than words. If he didn't want to finish, he would have quit like Tony Harrison did. But he didn't. He got up, and he got back in the fucking ring. And before I pass it off to the rest of the panel, I want to give y'all an example of a fighter. Because a lot of these dumbass Bellew fans out there, dude, he was knocked out of the ring. Once you're knocked out of the ring, I mean, that's it. You don't have a chance. Let me give you an example. Let me give you dumb motherfuckers an example. Nigel Benn was knocked completely out of the ring on his back against Gerald McClellan in the first round. I think it was 35 seconds. 35 seconds into the first round. He gets up, gets back in the fucking ring, and knocks Gerald McClellan out, actually retiring him. You know, shout out to McClellan. I hope he's doing well. But this was the fight that gave McClellan a brain bleed. And it was against a guy that he knocked out of the ring. So getting knocked out of the ring doesn't mean shit. You get 20 seconds to return into the ring. And actually, David Haye wasn't knocked completely out of the ring because they were only giving him 10. He was just knocked through the ropes. And he beat the fucking count. So he should have been given the opportunity to start the 12th. That shit pissed me the fuck off. These Bellew fans are fucking delusional. Tony Bellew is a C-level fighter who got knocked the fuck out by Adonis Stevenson at 175, and he has absolutely
I don't like the way you're saying that, though. I don't like the way you're saying that about Stevenson.
Hold on. He absolutely has no chance against Deontay Wilder. He absolutely has no chance against Alexander Usyk. He may absolutely have no fucking chance in a third fight against Nathan Cleverly because he only won the rematch by split decision. Get the fuck out of here. All right? Now, what I'm saying about that is,
get that nigga a fan.
Hold on. I'm not shitting on Adonis. Adonis clearly beat the fuck out of Tony Bellew, but what I'm saying is, Tony Bellew had no answers for one punch in that fight. Adonis Stevenson was literally chasing him with his left hand cocked, and he knocked him out in that manner. Tony Bellew is a C-class fighter, and this rematch needs to happen so David Haye can knock this motherfucker out. Go ahead.
All right, so 2K definitely let his whole mind be known on this one. Let me get you guys' take on what's next for Bellew, especially with some of his post-fight comments, such as wanting to face Deontay Wilder. What are his options? Does he need to stay at heavyweight, or does he need to take his ass back down to cruiserweight, where he's technically, I want to say he's still the cruiserweight titleist for the WBC. I'm not sure if they've made a vacated fight for that or not yet. So what do you guys think on that one? I'll go ahead and pass it on Bo to start out there. Bellew, what are his prospects? Heavyweight, or does he need to return to cruiserweight? Bo.
Yeah, he might be having those internet. Oh, he's muted. He said.
Okay, yeah. All right, Bo, you with us?
Yeah, okay. You said what does Bellew do?
Yeah, does he need to stay at as heavyweight as where he needs to be at, or does he need to go back down to cruiserweight where he's technically still a WBC cruiserweight champion?
You know, let me play a troll role for a minute here. And I'm going to say this. Since motherfuckers always got shit to say about Wilder, since motherfuckers always want to talk shit and make it seem like Eddie Hearns is doing such a great job, am I the only motherfucker who noticed that Eddie Hearns mentioned something about Bellew fighting Wilder? So it seems like okay, first you want to stick Ortiz on Wilder, now you want to stick Bellew on Wilder. Like, you not want to see Wilder fight fucking AJ or what? So I'm patrolling motherfuckers from that aspect right motherfucking there. Okay?
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers always got shit to say, but here you have a promoter that wants to sit the guy that should have his ass with the only reason why he won the fight because his opponent towards Achilles. And he couldn't knock a one-legged fucking man out. But here you have promoters wanting to stick this motherfucker on Deontay Wilder. At the same time, you have motherfuckers want to criticize Wilder for fighting fake-ass opponents and have the audacity to entertain this shit. So for all you motherfuckers out there like that, like 2K said, suck a sick fucking dick.
Yeah, stop being a hypocrite.
Okay? So all you motherfuckers out there like that talking that kind of shit, suck a sick dick. A sick fucking dick. Suck it, motherfuckers, okay? Now, with that being said, if Tony Bellew wants to stay at heavyweight, then I don't give a fuck if he fights. He could fight the number 100 ranked heavyweight. He gonna get his ass
knocked out. Knocked out.
If he goes back to cruiserweight, you got Usyk, you got Demetrius, you got Shuanov, you got Leatherhead, he's gonna get his ass whooped. Tommy Bellew got lucky in a fight that he won.
Breaking up, bro.
Yeah. Okay, you having more difficulties. All right, so I guess I'll go ahead and try and let his partner go in on this one a little bit. Bernard, what are your thoughts on Bellew and his future?
I'm gonna be real quick, and I'm gonna say a few things. I definitely agree with 2K's point. I'm gonna say this as for his career. I think I'm gonna piggyback off my partner Bo. I think Eddie Hearn, if he keeps Tony Bellew at heavyweight, has him stay at heavyweight, he's throwing Tony Bellew to a lion and Deontay Wilder to get beat up. And I don't want to see that. I'm just being honest. Don't want to see that fight, but I can see him basically, here, you have to go through so much to get to an Anthony Joshua fight. So, hey, I'll throw you Tony Bellew first. You get through him, get Ortiz. If he gets past Ortiz, then he'll have Anthony Joshua. That's how I'm kind of seeing it in terms of Eddie Hearn pretty much protecting him, possibly one of his potential cash cows. Now, I feel that he should go back to cruiserweight, and he should fight the cruiserweight IBO champion in Marco Huck.
Ooh, the IBO title, baby.
Because he's a C. According to 2K, hold on. According to 2K, he's a C-level fighter. So he can fight for the IBO belt.
That's an A-level title fight.
Hey, hold on, Twan. You got to give me something here, man. Let him fight for the IBO belt.
Well, why do you need to downgrade to the IBO from the WBC though?
Oh, really?
Like an IBO title, bro.
Y'all don't like Tony Bellew. Come on now.
Man, before I pass it back to Bo, since we got her back on, let me just say Bellew's actually been saying this is probably going to be his last year in boxing. So he's definitely looking to cash out in some fights. I can see. Yeah.
Don't get this nigga no money. Fuck this dude. Hell.
Pretty Ricky's
no
what
money,
they
dog.
called him.
Yo, I need to put that Ether beat on.
He's a C-plus level fighter. Don't get this nigga no money, man. Fuck
They
that.
should have never gave him the WBC, man. But let me go ahead and pass it.
I guess he ran through that Creed money.
Bo, did you want to finish out what you had to say? Because we had lost you on your point about Bellew.
I mean, listen, man. There's really nothing to finish up on. Look, this dude, Tony Bellew, he's had 3 great moments. He's had 3 times in his life he had his 15 fucking minutes of fame. Creed, the fight where he won the title, and David Haye. Kick this motherfucker out. Let's go. Let's move the fuck on. Yeah. I refuse to waste any more time.
He's my favorite fighter, though. He's my new favorite fighter.
You know what, bro? I'm about to get a hold of Michael B. Jordan, tell this nigga come back and whoop his ass again, dog. For real. Like, somebody.
Run that back.
I'm not trying to see his face again, dog. Like, and it's really because, I don't want to come off as a Bellew hater because I really never had an opinion about Tony Bellew. I've seen him fight a lot of times over in the UK before he was even on the world circuit. He's not a good fighter. He's an average fighter. So there was nothing for me to have a negative opinion about. Basically nothing for me to hate on. But just watching him because I always watch the stream until it ends. Because you'll see, ringside interviews and shit. And I'm watching the ringside interviews. In the ring, he was respectful. Ringside, he was cocky as fuck. And I'm watching Anthony Joshua, blow his skirt up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua damn near basically gave him a fucking blowjob on camera. And I'm like, why the fuck are they Why are they gassing this whack-ass motherfucker up after he just fought a one-armed, one-legged, one-eyed? You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Look, I'll put it like this.
He fought a handicapped opponent. What the fuck are we blowing his skirt up? Even my wife was like, yo, this nigga's whack. My wife.
Okay, man, they gassing him up because they want to see how he fares. Then after that,
I'll put it like this.
Might happen. Y'all just want to know what it is.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'll put it like this. Tony Bellew looked better in Creed fighting than he does in real fucking life.
Yeah,
if you watch the movie Creed, they got you believing this nigga is an elite level fighter.
Hey, like I said, man.
You know what's funny though? Hold up, Gerald. Hold up. You know what's funny, bro? What's funny? I was telling people that don't watch boxing, that watch Creed. I made it a point to let them niggas know that in real life, Ricky Conlan is a C-level fighter. I made it a point. I was telling niggas, hey, yeah, that dude, because they'll ask me, hey, yo, is that a real fighter? I'm like, yeah, that nigga's whack, though. This is just a movie. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God I was.
Hey, Billy Hope from South Park with Tony Bellew, too.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Man, I hear what y'all saying. I hear what y'all saying about Bellew. He is trash, but that nigga's my new favorite fighter. I don't give a fuck about the tour, the Achilles, none of that shit. That motherfucking Haye tasted defeat, and both of them trash. They both trash. They both trash. Hell, that fight should have won 3 rounds. Man, fuck Haye.
All right, so we go move on to our next breakdown, man. The card we actually had last night, PBC on CBS. We'll start it off with the WBC Super Welterweight title eliminator. Erickson Lubin defeating Jorge Cota by fourth round knockout. Man, let me go ahead and start it off with 2K, our analyst expert on this one. What did you like from him? What you didn't like from Lubin in this fight? I'll go ahead and let you start it off, man.
Well, there wasn't. I appreciate the damn change in topic. Now I can fucking return to normal. There wasn't too much to gather in this fight. That would be different than what I already know about. What was the cat's name? Jorge Cota. What was his name?
Cota. Yeah, Jorge Cota.
Cota. Yeah, he's just like any other fighter that Erickson Lubin has fought. This wasn't a step up in competition, in my opinion, even though he was ranked number 7 by the WBC. But I mean, I guess the one thing I could take away from this fight was that I liked his foot placement. He did very well with his foot placement in order to have his punch placement, go or at least put his punches where he wanted to put them. And that was evident in the last actual punch that caused a knockdown. And the dude was standing there at the perfect distance and pretty much timed his right or his left hook. He actually waited on Cota to throw a jab, and as he waited, he timed his left hook and hit him square on the fucking button. So, I mean, but I can't really say, man, that was great. He'll give Charlo some problems. I can't do that because Cota is not a C-level fighter. Maybe even be D+. So, not. Yeah, I need him to get in the ring with a contender, a possible former champion, in order to go through adversity. Granted, that particular contender doesn't lay an egg in that fight, so that if he does get the title shot, because let's just be real, Jermell Charlo is going to murder Charles Hadley. Charles Hadley is garbage. But if he actually takes on Jermell Charlo, you know what I'm saying, he will have already gone through the adversity, you know what I'm saying, and it won't be something new when they get in the ring, whenever that happens. So my thing was I need to see him against somebody who can possibly beat him, like an Austin.
Willie Nelson.
That was Willie Nelson. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, that's a good one. Willie Nelson, Vanez Martirosyan, Austin Trout. You know, these are guys that have given everybody, the majority of people that they fought, hell, and they have an opportunity. I mean, we need to look at this fight on paper and be like, damn, I don't know who to pick. That should be his next fight, but it's not for a title shot. It's to get through that adversity aspect of the game. So, but all in all, he's still he is my favorite prospect at 154, definitely.
That's one of the things I thought was odd too. That he was facing the number 7th ranked guy in Cota. Considering you got guys like Vanez Martirosyan that were actually ranked ahead of Lubin prior to this eliminator. And also other veterans like Shea Smith and Austin Trout that are ranked, near that. That would have put up a better fight or bit of better opposition for him than Cota in this one. Let me go ahead and pass it on to Big Cool. What were your thoughts on Lubin in this fight, or were you able to gauge much from it?
Yeah, he wasn't really able to gauge much from it. He did what he was supposed to do. He got the guy out there in impressive fashion. He showed that he got that one-punch power, or he got the one-punch power against lower-level competition, but he definitely isn't ready for Jermell or Charlo. He needs to fight. Like we were saying last week, and 2K just said, Nelson, Trout, Martirosyan, Shea Smith maybe. Somebody that's going to really, test him mentally and physically in the ring. Until we see that, man, it remains to be seen if he really good or not. But, if he is, talented. So, we'll have to see in his next fight.
All right, so I'll go ahead and pass it to Bernard on this one, man. So he's now set up to be pretty much in that line to face the winner of Charlo Hatley. Do you think that needs to be his next fight, or does he need to take, something in between then prior to fighting for a title against Charlo?
I know a couple of guys already said that he should probably take another fight to see how he does. But I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say I think he should go against Jermell Charlo. I think he should. Didn't Williams fight, once he got a shot against Jermell Charlo, did he fight a contender? That you
no, he didn't.
No,
that was the problem. That was one of my biggest reasons for why I picked Jermall, a year prior, not a year, but a lot of months prior to the fight, because Julian didn't take on the next step before getting into the ring with a champion. He needed to get that contender status. That's what he should have done. But it is.
Okay. Okay. But like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that because I agree with y'all, but I'm pretty sure I don't want to get caught the boy. Okay. Yeah, but I say, look, you know what? He's a young gun. He got the puncher's chance. Let's see what he could do. I mean, we just looked at a couple weeks ago. We just had Jerry Hurd and a prospect versus Tony Harrison. We all knew, who was somewhat a contender. I'm not going to say a contender, but a decent competitor. We all knew who was going to win, but he's a champion now. So why shouldn't he get that shot? What I'm saying is, why does he need to wait? Let him get the shot. Let the young gun try. That's all I'm saying.
Jermell and Tony are two different levels. You know what I'm saying? Jermell
has
superstar. He has superstar potential.
Hear me out. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
I know.
Yeah,
but I'm saying you asked the question. I'm answering. Yeah. I'm just saying it's just two different levels, man. Jermell isn't meant. He doesn't have a bad chance. I mean, he's just a better fighter than Tony Harrison. And Lubin, he's just not there yet. You know what I'm saying? You would ruin him early, and you don't want to do that.
Okay, let's play devil's advocate again. I'm going to stay on it. How, with Jerry Hurd being a champion, who should he go against in terms as a contender to go against? Should he go against somebody like an Austin Trout? You know what I'm saying?
Willie Nelson. I mean, somebody that's going to test him like those guys. You know what I'm saying? He can't fight Cota. I mean, that'll be
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying. He's a champion, but he went against somebody, and he got himself a title shot basically because Jamal vacated the title, and he ends up moving up into the instead of being the idea of title eliminator, it was for a title shot. I'm saying, hell, let the young gun try. You know what I'm saying? If he loses, okay, go back to the drawing board and, you know what I'm saying, just see what he could easily do. If he wins, it's shit.
Ruben, I mean, I see your point, but I'm not
trying to.
He is young. He is 21.
What I'm saying is, I don't want to be on across the board with agreeing with y'all, so I'm coming from the devil advocate point. That's all I'm saying. But look at it from that point, though. That's all. I know y'all disagree, but that's all I'm saying.
I mean, Berto did say
we now see that Bernard needs to go to church since he likes being the devil's advocate so damn much.
Exactly.
Casual, dog. Let me just be the casual.
Let me go ahead and get Bo's thoughts on this one as well, man. What's next for Lubin, man? Is he ready for it, Charlo?
Man, y'all got me over here asking Buddha to bless somebody over there saying that kind of shit. But no, I see where you're coming from. And here's the thing. And for those who know, I put something up asking everybody, was Lubin ready for a title shot based on what they saw last night. Now, let me say this. There's a difference between Jarrett Hurd winning the title because he faced Tony fucking Harrison. But if Jarrett Hurd was to have been facing Jamal Charlo, I wouldn't have gave him that big of a chance. I'm just gonna keep it real, because Jamal Charlo got that kind of a dog inside of him. Okay.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like we said, the experience factor. So I said, well, maybe Lubin should try to fight maybe Austin Trout, Willie Nelson. Hell, even look at Ronald Monterosian, because he hasn't been in no wars and he hasn't been in a fight where he can bail himself out or get out of whatever trouble he's in with that left hand. But he still makes. I mean, listen, I think he's better than Jarrett Hurd, and I've said it before. I put him out there. He made some moves in that fight last night. That I noticed in that fight when he did that little dip move where he went down and came back up. Fucking Cota was standing what's known as the puncher stance. His legs was wide, and he was in the puncher stance. So when Lubin did that move where he went down, came back up, he did a quick feint, and he was able to get a punch off faster than Cota because of the stance that Cota was in and knock him out. But that's not always going to work on a veteran guy who knows when you do some shit like that, move out of the way. Step left, step right. You know what I'm saying? Don't stand right in front of him and let this motherfucker make a move like that without shooting something down at his ass. So if his team feels he's ready for a title shot, that's on them. Me personally, I don't think, based off what I saw against the level of opponent he had, no, I don't think he does. I don't think he is ready for Alexander Lotto or Jamel Charlo. I just don't think he's ready just yet. So where does he go from here? I think he needs, like, a lot of these dudes are being thrown in the title shot fights and they're not being battle tested properly. And then what happens is they go to defend their title and we're wondering, damn, what the fuck wrong, man? What the fuck is he doing? What's wrong with him? It's not what's wrong with him. What he's doing, he's never had to do what we're asking him to do against this level of opponent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many times have we seen the dude fight guys win a title that he gets in there with a rough, rugged, C-level type dude, but he's a rough, rugged C-level dude with some mileage on him, and he knows these ropes, and he gets in there and he fucking struggles. Keith Thurman and fucking Louis Carlson. or you know what I'm saying? Hell, even one dude was able to give motherfuckers problems because these are the kind of dudes that battle test and test you. That's what he needs. He needs a battle test fight.
And you know what, Bo? You made an excellent point just right now. And I'm not going to go into the Thurman-Garcia fight, but this is why one of the reasons why I picked Keith Thurman, because of that experience that he had going through adversity in his last 3 fights. The fact that he actually went through adversity and came out on top showed him that he knows going into a fight with Danny Garcia that he may possibly go through it again, so he could be composed in that situation. And that's why we got the result we got. So that's why going through adversity is a very important thing before you actually challenge a bona fide, certified, real champion for a title, man. It needs to happen.
Right. I mean, wait a minute. Look at the heavyweight fight we just saw that dude fight Brazzelli. And he thought Brazzelli was done. But Brazili, because of the fight for Anthony Joshua, was battle tested. And this dude got in there, blew himself out, and Brazili run him. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to stop throwing these dudes or see them fight. Like, we got to stop putting too much stock in wins over C-level fucking fighters. I'm just going to keep it real. We got to stop putting these wins and stocking these big wins against C-level fucking fighters, man. We got to cut that shit. Well, not us, but I'm saying motherfuckers got to cut that shit out. He beat Cota. Okay, he's a C-level dude, but Cota had his moments that he shouldn't have had. He was catching him with the hook coming out because Lubin was standing with his head too high. Okay? You do that shit against the Alexander, he will pepper you to death with that fucking jab. Or you do that shit against a Charlo, he will launch that right hand down on you. So that's all I'm saying, man. He needs a battle-tested fight, then move on from there. That's why I say Austin Trout, Willie Nelson, either one of them dudes. Because when I'm looking at Demetrius, Andrade, Alexander, or Jamel Charlo, no, man, I'm sorry, though. I don't even give Jared Hurd that big of a chance against them dudes like that, if we're being honest.
Hell no. Jared Hurd, and that's why Jared Hurd is the weakest link at 154 out of the champions, man. I mean, he's waiting to take a L. He still needs to – I mean, he overcame adversity, but his skill level is just not good enough compared to the rest of the guys, the top-level fighters at 154. But in the post-fight press conference, it's funny you mentioned Boo Boo, they asked Lubin about Andrade. And as soon as they asked him about it, I was like, dawg, don't answer that, fam. I was like playing that nigga's PR person, like, bro, don't answer that, fam. Go ahead and just let that question go off the shoulder, dog, because if you say anything wrong, niggas is going to expect you to take on Boo Boo. You're going to get your ass beat, dog. You're too young for that. Yeah, hell no.
I mean, it just goes back to my point to show you the WBC. I don't know how they made this title eliminator. Cota was coming off of a 19-month layoff. There was guys ranked higher than him that would actually been better opposition. Like I said, Ishii Smith minus Matthyse and even Austin Trout. You know, he hasn't been on the layoff that long, and you know he could have been brought in to face Lubin if they really wanted to make this a solid eliminator. So, you know, just with those shows right there, I mean, something had to be done with the WBC as far as that being sanctioned as an eliminator. I got to give that credit where credit's due, though, with the 154 division. You know, these guys are defining the division, which is something that, you know, we've been wanting to see. You know, we've been saying this stacked and talented, you know, by far compared to most of the other divisions, and now we're finally seeing, you know, the separation starting to take place. So that's a good thing I'm liking in the 154 division right now. Yeah, it is too soon for Lubin to go against a Charlo, though. He does need to go against, I guess, a more solid proven veteran before stepping up for that title eliminator or for that title shot, I think, as well. So I agree with the fellas on that. Let's go into the main event, though. We had Keith Thurman defeating Danny Garcia by a split decision. He's now with the WBC and WBA unified welterweight champion. So hats off to one-time Thurman for his victory last night. I'll go ahead and start it off with being cool on this one, man. What were your thoughts about the fight last night?
And Thurman won it. I mean, a lot of people I see kind of conflicted about who really won. I don't think it's a question of who won, just how close the fight was. Thurman was the more versatile fighter, landed the harder shots, the cleaner shots. He did move a lot, but, I mean, you can't blame him. You can't criticize him for that because some of the greatest fighters in history that we put on the pedestal, you know, they're known for, you know, having great foot movement and, you know, utilizing that. So you can't really criticize him for that. Hey, man, he just couldn't, you know, he couldn't really counter and time him effectively. He doesn't have the best foot speed or movement, so he was fucked from that point. He showed he had a great chin. I mean, he just didn't seem like he did push the pace of the fight, but he wasn't aggressive. He didn't jab enough. He didn't go to the body enough like I thought he would. That's why I picked him to get the stoppage because I didn't think he would be able to outbox Thurman. I thought that he would let his hands go and work the body a lot more than he did, but he just didn't. I don't know, you know, what it was. Maybe once he tasted the you know, the power of Keith, kind of changed his whole, you know, game plan and approach. But Thurman did what he's supposed to do, man. He boxed, he used, his movement, his jab. He landed some nice body shots of his own, and he did come out the aggressive, trying to set the tone early on in the fight. I felt that he wore down in the second half of the fight, which made it closer than it should have been. But like I said, props to Keith Thurman for unifying those two titles and putting on a good performance, man, and keep etching his name, amongst the best fighters today. So props to both guys. Danny has to really now. No more easy touches for him. Like somebody was saying, he has to fight top guys now to get back to title contention. So got the Porters, the Broners, the Spencers, the Brooks. So he's gonna have to put some work in to get back to that position, which he looked super defeated after that fight, and understandably so because it was his first L. But man, he looked real like he probably was gonna cry in the car. But like I said, it was a good fight. And props to Keith for doing what he's supposed to do. And Danny just gotta go back to the drawing board and get better, and find a way to get better if he can, and come out next time and get a W.
All right, I'm gonna pass it on to TK, man. What happened and what didn't happen in that fight? I guess from both sides. Just to get a breakdown on the fight, because there was quite a bit of, I guess, different discrepancies between the scorecards. You had one judge scoring at 8 rounds to 4, another round scoring at 7-5, and another one 7-5 for Garcia. So, what were some of the things you thought added or aided in those scorecards, 2K?
Well, before I start, don't think I'm going to let you and Big Cool off the hook. Nigga, y'all niggas need to stop going against me and Bernard.
Hell yeah.
Y'all need to just, whenever we do predictions, just let me, Bernard, and Bo do it. Y'all niggas don't say shit from now on. Now.
I knew that shit was coming, man. I was like, damn.
It was a 50-50 fight going in. So getting a prediction wrong in this fight don't even matter. But anyway, to answer your, I'm gonna try to answer your question without so many words, but if I can. But there's a lot that Keith Thurman did that I said in my pre-fight prediction video on my channel. He did pretty much everything I said he was going to do. I think I predicted it all the way down to the outcome. I said Keith will win by split decision. But the problem is, I hate that I was right 100% because Keith should have actually won by unanimous decision. I had him winning 8 rounds to 4. I think the first judge had an 8-4 for Keith, if I'm not mistaken. Another judge scored 10-10 or 10-10 round. That if he would have just scored a 10-9 like he's supposed to, Keith would have won 8-4 on that card as well. But like I said, Keith did everything he was supposed to do. Danny did everything I said he should not do. The one thing that I mentioned that I said was imperative for Danny Garcia to win this fight was that he could not stand flat-footed and stagnant and only wait to counter. I said because in that case, and it's funny because Keith Thurman said this after the fight in the post-fight press conference, I said in the prediction video, all Keith can do literally is just jab this motherfucker and just box circles around him. He could just use he doesn't have Erickson type of footwork, but he has enough footwork to actually stay on the outside and be comfortable against a flat-footed and stagnant and very slow-moving Danny Garcia. That's exactly what Keith said in the post-fight. He was like, shit, all I did was just box him from the outside. I knew I could do that because he's not going to move. So I said it was imperative that Danny be first. He use his jab, and he come forward, dictate the pace, and keep Thurman on his back foot. Keith Thurman is known for not being able to fight off his back foot. He will throw punches off his back foot. There's a difference between throwing punches and being able to fight. Being able to fight means that you can actually put together a well-educated offensive attack on your back foot. Keith Thurman will just throw punches to keep niggas off him, but it's not educated. It's not a sustainable offensive attack. You can actually catch him while he's on his back foot. Also, his defense is gone. He doesn't have very good defense to begin with, but when he's on his back foot, he has no defense. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Danny should have done. But he didn't do that. And I'm telling my wife, I'm like, yo, he's standing there just waiting to counter. He's going to get caught every time. And I think it was by, like, the 5th round, Keith actually figured out how to elude the left-hand counter. What he would do is he would step in, he'd wait, and he'd throw the right hand. And as soon as he throw the right hook, he would dip left and duck low and come back up on his right side. And he ducked Danny Garcia's left hook almost every single time at that point. So when I saw that, I was like, yo, Danny's got to do something else. He can't just stand there and wait to fucking count him with the left hook. The one thing that I feel Keith didn't do, which if he would have done, he could have easily won all 12 rounds. 2 things, actually. One, I wanted him to use the jab more. He did it later in the fight, but it was more so when he was not really fighting anymore and he was giving up those rounds. And my second point was that fact right there. Me and my wife were saying, yo, he needs to keep fucking fighting. Don't just act like you got this fight in the bag. You are in fucking Brooklyn. Don't act like you got this fight in the bag. You need to keep fighting. And to answer your question, I think that's why the scorecards were so close, because the rounds where he didn't really fight, he was just trying to be smart and stay away from danger. The judges gave those rounds to Danny Garcia. And that's actually the only – I gave Danny 4 rounds. 3 of those rounds were because Keith didn't fight him. That's literally why my shit was 8-4. So, but if he would have used his jab more, if he would have feinted more, when you're fighting a counterpuncher, as I said on my prediction video, a counterpunching style is actually not the best style to be in. If you're a 100% counterpuncher, you are actually at a disadvantage in the game of boxing, because in order to be effective, you have to mix it up. You have to add in different elements with your style. You can't just wait, because niggas can just tee off on you or they can box you. They're masterclass boxers, right? They don't even really have to be that. So I was telling him, okay, Keith, you need to feint, because you'll get Danny Garcia to react, and when he reacts, that's when you throw. If he's just going to stand there and be a counterpuncher, feint this motherfucker to death. Make him think you're going to do something. Stump your foot. You know what I'm saying? Move your shoulders a little bit. Bucket the nigga. And he's going to be like, oh, shit, I need to do something. And that's when you can catch him. So, I mean, I rate Keith Thurman's performance at A-, because, like I said, there's still things in that fight that he didn't do that I would have loved to see him do. But I rate Danny Garcia's performance a C-. And by the way, Angel Garcia is probably the worst trainer in boxing at this point. If you go back and listen to the corner, he said absolutely nothing. You could tell that
Bend your knee. Bend your knee.
And yeah. What the fuck? Even my wife was like, why do you tell him to bend his knees? It was like, Angel has no idea how to give Danny the proper instructions to fucking come out of facing adversity. Meaning he pretty much harps on Danny being able to do it himself. And that's
Danny does good in it.
And he's been really good at doing it. Exactly. That's why I actually just said to somebody just like 5 minutes ago. He's been good at doing it himself, but Keith Thurman was a whole nother animal in the situation. He needed guidance. Danny never really needed to he's never really needed to make adjustments to where he changes to a plan B. Against Kendall Holt, he didn't make adjustments. He just fought harder. Same thing with Zach Judah. Same thing with Robert Guerrero.
Matthyse.
The fights where he needed to make adjustments, he either unofficially lost or lost. Like Mauricio Herrera, he really needed to make adjustments in that fight and go to a plan B. He couldn't do it. Lamont Peterson, he really needed to make adjustments in that fight and go to a plan B. He couldn't do it. Keith Thurman, same thing. And for the first time for me, I don't know about you guys, this is the first time I actually seen Angel try to give him proper instructions to make those adjustments to go to a plan B, and he failed miserably. I mean, it was terrible, bro. I'm saying to the TV what Angel should be telling Danny. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was an excellent fight, but I think Danny really needs to get rid of Angel Garcia if he wants to continue. I think he could be a problem from 140 to 147, definitely. He has the skills to do that. He's still a good fighter. He's still a smart fighter. but I think Angel is taking him as far as he can. And my last point, and my last one, I'm going to let y'all have it. The only criticism I have of Keith Thurman is that in the post-fight press conference, the nigga was kind of scared to mention Aerospin. Motherfucker they talked about Arrow. You saw the nigga kind of do a little Harlem shake and shit, like, ooh, hold up.
He's getting it slow, though. He's getting it slow, though.
You get the split decision versus Danny. I mean,
yeah.
Arrow was a whole different animal. I mean, he's going to be able to cut that ring off. I mean,
we still, I hope Spence, man, we ain't going to talk about it too much, but I hope Spence, validate what we're saying about him, man, because I hate for him to, not look good come May, but, you know what I'm saying, yeah, but Thurman, he getting that Mayweather on, he don't want Spence.
Oh, yeah, he definitely living in the moment, man. He living that unified shit to the T. I mean, because that's...
he a corny motherfucker, too, man. He corny as hell.
Yeah, he's very.
And his power, and not to knock him, but his power kind of starting to be overrated. I mean, because since he stepped up against Guerrero, he haven't really knocked nobody out, and
No doubt. And that's a part of boxing. That's a part of boxing. When you step up and start fighting. I mean, Guerrero's not A level, but when you stop fighting a bunch of CD and F level fighters, your power can be easily exposed. You're not going to get those kind of knockouts you would at the B and A level. So, yeah, that's not anything new in boxing. So,
now,
but
he
proud,
has to really leave himself open to let off those power shots.
I'm proud that he's able to adjust to the fact that, hey, because Danny, like I said in my video, he has a granite chin. You're not knocking this nigga out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was hit with some hellacious shots, and Danny was still coming forward. Danny has the best chin in boxing. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He has the best chin in boxing. It's better than Canelo, okay? You're not knocking this dude out, all right? With that said, Thurman was able to make the adjustment knowing that his power was not going to get the guy out of there. And I'm proud of him for doing that. And I knew he would do it.
All right. Bo, you got anything you want to add on to this one, man? Bo. All right, I'll pass it on to your partner in crime, Bernard, man. Anything you want to add in on this one as far as your thoughts on Thurman's performance?
Man, I don't want to sound like a broken record coming back after these two guys, but I am going to say this. He told y'all, too. He told y'all Thurman was going to win.
Man, fuck Thurman. No,
take this whooping. Take this whooping, man. We told y'all, man. But no, Danny Smith's cherry picker. Oh, the chest level. I want to get it. Dominating. Oh, my God. No.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all was hoping that Smith cherry picker was going to win. Shout out to Keith Thurman, a.k.a. Daddy Boy Killer. That's his third daddy boy.
He ain't no daddy boy killer.
Shut up. You had your chance to talk.
Some shit only a casual. Some shit only a casual would say. That's some shit only a casual would think of.
Hey, he took out. He Robert Guerrero.
He lost to Porter.
He beat.
No, he did. He beat Porter. Get out of here with that shit.
He lost to Porter.
He lost to Porter.
Oh, y'all niggas salty.
I thought he lost to Porter. Yeah, he lost to Porter.
I'm gonna start calling y'all niggas Morton. Y'all niggas named Morton. Morton 1, Morton 2, those salty ass niggas.
Okay.
Yo. But yeah, I want to say this though, and I know 2K probably gonna laugh at this because I know he saw what I posted. My casual side had the fight score 119 to 109.
God damn.
Yeah. I only gave Garcia one round, and that was the 7th. When I rewatched the fight, I was on casual mode. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. You know what I'm saying? I was biased as hell. Shit. Because I saw when they said it was a split decision, I was like, oh no. You'll sit there. I was like, man. Swift is about to get a gift. But thank God to the boxing gods. Thank them.
I guess you're going to thank 2K.
So let me get y'all's opinion on this. Did the fight live up to the hype that we've been seeing as far as them beefing in the media, Angel Garcia antics at the press conferences? Fight live up to all that, especially being a 147 unification. The comparisons to Ray Leonard and Hearns we were seeing, over the last week or so, in the previews. Did it live up to any of that?
Nah, not really. It lived up to what it was supposed to be. It was a 50-50 fight. It wasn't. I don't like to compare stuff all the way back then because it's not going to be like that. But, it wasn't Porter Thurman, put it like that. So.
Okay.
You know what? It's because Thurman, I agree with Big Cool. And it's because, by the way, Bo said unmute him again. But I agree with Big Cool to the extent of it lived up to the hype based on what it was supposed to be or for what it was. But that's because Danny was so smart. Keith Thurman was so smart. That's why I feel like it lived up to the hype. Keith went in there and did exactly what I said he needed to do to win. That was my hype right there. If one of these guys could do that, so.
I agree. I didn't think it was gonna come in to be no Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns fight, just based on how Danny Garcia fights.
Yeah.
So I know it's not a welterweight fight, but I didn't think it was gonna be like a war between like Marvin Hagler versus Tommy Hearns. I didn't think it was gonna be that. Right?
I didn't think so either.
So take it for what it was. It was a 50-50 fight that we all called. We made our decision. It could have gone either way based on the weaknesses if the fighter exploited the other fighter's weaknesses. Thurman did what he's supposed to do. But I had a question, but I'm gonna let is Bo on?
Yeah, he back on.
Okay, I'm gonna let him speak. Then I had a question I want to throw out to y'all.
Bo?
Yeah, hey, man. Sorry about that. 2K went on that long ass soliloquy and we lost power down here and shit. I went to the store, got gas and everything, and grocery shops, and came back. And he was still going. But no, you know what? Here's what people got to understand is, first of all, stop thinking that today's fighters are going to give you the fights we saw back in the day. Those were different fighters, okay? They were totally different fighters. These motherfuckers, those fighters back then was bred for them kind of fights. These dudes nowadays are more office motherfuckers than they are fighters. All right? Yeah. That's number one, okay? Secondly, to 2K's point, the biggest difference in this fight to me, and 2K had a lot of great points, but the one point I'm going to harp on, and I was going to harp on, and he went on it, was the trainers. The same trainer Keith Thurman had, that's the same dude that Winky Wright had. This dude knows, every time he gets somebody good, he elevates cats and he takes them places. Why? Because he knows how to fucking train guys. Okay? Angel Garcia is not a trainer. He's fucking Danny's father. And what we saw last night is what 2K said. Angel Garcia has been able to coattail ride off of Danny Garcia's ring intelligence. Because we damn sure know it ain't from his fucking own. And we saw the difference between a trainer who has ring intelligence, who has ring experience, who has fighter experience with training fighters, running the gym with different fighters, and taking different guys' places and things of that nature. We saw the difference in the corner. I watched exactly what Keith Thurman trainer was telling him, and then I watched what Danny Garcia, a trainer, or what Angel Garcia was telling Danny, and I was saying to myself, this motherfucking fight is done. All Keith got to do is listen. This shit's done. Okay? They had a plan A, they had a plan B, they had a plan C. And the reason why this fight, I heard guys say, for these to be two young, undefeated guys, it should have been more than that. Here's the thing. This is what people got to get in your head. We always talk about how style make fights. The Shawn Porter-Keith Thurman fight might have been better to some people is because of the way Shawn Porter fights. Shawn Porter's a pressure fighter. He was coming at him. Danny Garcia is not a pressure fighter. What did I say? I said Danny Garcia is good in between the combinations, meaning he needs you to throw for him to try to catch you or something. He's good at that. Okay? I said that. But this was a situation where Keith Thurman wasn't giving Danny, he wasn't standing there waiting for Danny to hit him with the exchange. Keith was moving. He was giving him lateral movement. He was peppering him with that jab. And every time he would hit him with something, he was moving out the way. Keith wasn't as flat-footed, okay, as he wanted to be. When Keith Thurman hurt Danny and then didn't finish him, he switched up, went back into the game plan. He said, okay, listen, I'm not going to knock this dude out, okay? So I got to stick to the game plan here, all right? He was giving Danny angles, and then when Danny was refusing to cut off the ring, Keith was like, oh, shit, I'll do this all day long. Now, when the fight first started, Keith came out aggressive, had Danny backing up, and Danny, in his mind, was thinking, okay, he's coming at me. That's what I want him to do. But then as the fight went on, like what he did in round one, he didn't do in round two. What he did in round two, he did something different in round three. So he was giving Danny different looks constantly to where the adjustments we wanted Danny to make, he couldn't make them because of the fighter. So for people, like the fight played out the way I said it would too, like we was talking about. I said, listen, all Keith Thurman got to do is box him. Why? Because Danny Garcia has trouble against boxers. We saw that against the Lamont Peterson fight. He has trouble against boxers. He struggles with it. So that's all we got to do is box him. So the fight, of course it's not going to live up to a lot of people. Like some fights just aren't going to live up to the hype because you're going to have a situation where you have two good fighters and one fighter has the ability to work his game plan, then the fight's not going to go the way people want it to go. And that's just the reality of it. If you get a fighter that has an excellent game plan and he can work that game plan like Floyd Mayweather, we say this all the time. If Floyd could beat you with the jab, even Rito, like Cuban fighters, they could beat you with the jab, then man, you know what, dude, they're gonna beat you with their jab. Why make it hard on themselves? And that's what I got out of this fight. Keith Thurman didn't make the fight harder than what it should have been, like he did against Collazo, like he did against Robert De Ghost Guerrero. He made them fights harder than what they should. He didn't do that in this fight because he learned from them fights. So, for everybody that wants to say, talk about it, they didn't fight and live at the height, it was a boring fight and all that. The fight had its moments, but at the same time, you have to understand what you're watching. You're watching a guy work his game plan, and the other guy's job is to stop him from working that game plan, which Danny did not do. And that's the thing. Danny did not do it. Danny didn't do anything to make Keith Thurman give up his game plan, and that's the thing. So, outside of that too, like Danny Garcia, he didn't go to the body strong enough. And what I mean by strong enough is he didn't fully commit to the body. He was just doing it when he had the opportunity. Okay, so he didn't fully commit to going to the body. Like
they talked about in the pre-game plan, he definitely didn't go to the body as much as they made note that they were going to.
Exactly. Okay. Also, and I hate this. I don't know why fighters do this shit. Danny waited to the 11th and 12th round to start coming forward trying to track Keith. Why did you do that in the 10th round? Why wasn't that shit done? You know what I'm saying, from the 5th round on? Okay, Keith Thurman did something smart, and I said this to somebody because somebody was like, we was watching the fight here in the DR at the bar, and everybody when they heard that split decision shit, motherfuckers ready to throw shit at the TV. They couldn't believe what they was hearing when they heard split decision. But Keith Thurman in this fight, Keith Thurman is normally known, and I think Danny was hoping this. Keith Thurman gasses out because he punches so hard, and he's such a hard puncher that he gasses out. Well, in this fight, Keith wasn't trying to punch hard to gas out, and then he was doing subtle things to reserve his tank a little bit. So when the 12th round came, he was able to still be fresh and still be strong. And those were moments I felt Danny should have jumped on. Like, dude, he's trying to conserve energy. Jump on this motherfucker. Jump on him. Make him uncomfortable. And he didn't do that. See? So, although, you can say what you want about the fight, but the bottom line was we saw one dude who had decent ring intelligence, decent ability, but an excellent corner versus a guy that had decent ring ability, probably a little bit more edge in the ring IQ, but didn't have the proper corner that he needed. Everything worked in Keith's favor that night because Danny didn't have all of the parts that he needed to win, and he didn't do what he should have done to win. When you're in a fight, like 2K said, when you're in a boxing match, even in sparring, you know when you're getting your ass fucking whooped. You know when, man, I need to do something here because this dude is getting me. You know this shit.
Yep.
And you have to make those adjustments or make them changes. Danny didn't do that. And that's what I want people to understand. Danny didn't do what he needed. Keith did what Keith should have done. He didn't give Danny a chance to fucking hit him and touch him. He did that. That's what you're supposed to do when you're in there against another guy that you know has the ability to put you out too. Keith did it. Danny didn't do it.
All right. Bernard, you wanted to add something in or a question? We're going to try and get through it real quick.
Basically, I wanted to ask, well, both kind of answered the question, so I got a different question. Who do you think will be a good trainer for Danny Garcia to move to should he get away with it from his father?
Well, let me
I'll
take this one, man. He in Philly, and I've said this before, I'm not sure why he's never going with Brother Nassim, man, being in Philly. Like, I've always felt that was something he would have done a while back, you know. So that's why I think he should go with ultimately Philly connection. Nassim Richardson.
Maybe Bread, man. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe Garcia.
Yeah, I think
Breadman said Breadman said in the interview we gave him that he has a really good relationship with Danny Garcia. So I don't see that not happening if he were to seek that opportunity.
I'm glad Danny, because I was just going to say,
bro.
I was just going to say, I think the bigger question is who will be able to work with Angel Garcia.
Yeah, because I don't see Danny. That is something I don't see Danny letting loose of. I mean, so that is true. Angel probably would have to be in the picture somewhere here. But we gonna move on to our next topic. The WBC has finally got around to disciplining Alexander Povetkin. They fined him $250,000 for failing 2 drug tests, and he's been suspended indefinitely from their WBC protocol or WBC sanctioned fights. I'll go ahead and start off with Bo on this one, man. What are your thoughts? Do you feel the punishment fits? Is everything that is entailed? What are your thoughts on that, man?
This is the part where I ask everybody who's listening if they watch horror movies. Because what I want people to do is play the Jason, kill, cha. Because this shit right here, let me say this. The WBC been fucking around forever with not wanting to pull the fucking trigger when it comes to fucking Povetkin. Like, this shit should not have taken this fucking long for us to find out. Okay? You know, them chicken shit-ass motherfuckers waited this long on some shit you already know. This motherfucker was guilty from the first fucking time he did it. But because of a goddamn technicality or uncertainty, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you didn't want to pull the goddamn trigger. And then, because you didn't want to pull the trigger on that, fucking, Thurman is in a mandatory spot because you didn't want to pull the fucking trigger on that shit either. Okay? So, as much as motherfuckers want to clap, sit the fuck down. I'm not clapping for them because this shit has been bullshit from day one with them sorry, wannabe, punk-ass motherfuckers down there that don't want to pull a fucking trigger. You're a fucking organization of a goddamn belt. Pull a fucking trigger and let it be what it is. Now, they finally pulled the fucking trigger, but it took 2 times. With that being said, this motherfucker shouldn't even be entertained anymore to talk about this dude. At all, motherfucking bit. Him, Lucas Brownie, all of them. We shouldn't even be entertaining talking about them no motherfucking more. $250,000. What the fuck is that? Well, how would you fire the dude $250 when you know the motherfucker that's sponsoring him got billions? Like that shit fucking hurt him. Okay? $250,000 to get up for got to pay $800,000 in step aside money. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit that you motherfuckers are doing, just trying to appease people to make it look like, oh, look, we're doing something. Fuck you. You ain't did shit. A motherfucking thing that you shouldn't have done all fucking ready. So I ain't giving them credit for that. You suspended the motherfucker definitely. That shit should have been fucking done. At the very least, he should have had a 1-year ban on him in the first goddamn place, but he didn't. You let it back in and check it out. So, again, put my motherfucker that can suck a couple of sick fucking dicks. Fuck their ass. And don't be clapping for them. Don't tell me that. Fuck that. This shit has been a goddamn mess from day one with the WBC. If they had balls, Carmelo was able to not fight Gennady Golovkin because you let him fight Khan instead of pulling the fucking trigger. Cota, the same thing. You let him pay $800,000 in step aside money, but you find this motherfucker $250 and his boss got $1 billion. Fuck out of here. Suck my ass, motherfuckers. Fuck the WBC. Fuck them and that fucked up ass decision. I'm glad Povetkin is gone, but I'm laying blame on the WBC because this shit is bullshit, and the mess we got now in the heavyweight division is because of their fucking bullshit.
Man, wow. How do you follow that up, man? I mean, let's just say Povetkin did just beat the WBC silver heavyweight champion as well, and Duhaupas cleaned his clock. So, yeah, the WBC is a little bit late on this one. $250K, I definitely got to agree with Bo on that one. This seems a little bit light in the pocket for someone that's failed a multitude of times. Let me go ahead and bring my boy Stacks on the line from Firm Proof Media and Supreme Boxing. He was on the show last week. He wanted to chime in on this one. What's going on with you, Stacks?
All right, man. Before I start, Bo, don't chew me out, man. Here, I'm just giving some facts here on the WBC. I ain't no way fucking backing these dudes up, but I just want you to hear me out a little bit on this. Right now, the WBC out here, they're the only ones doing the VADA testing, and those rules were already in place. They didn't hit Povetkin right away because they put that ruling out on October 7th, stating that they were going to wait till after the litigation with fucking Wilder before they made the decision on what to do with that test because of the litigation. They didn't want to take it to court. So once fucking Wilder won that case and then him testing positive again for Osterine on December 6th before the Thurman fight, that basically was the fucking straw that broke the camel's back. And that's where they went at. The fine was in place when they signed the contract, when they signed up for that the clean boxing. They have to sign up. If you're a top 15 fighter, you're mandated by the WBC to sign up for that clean drug testing program out here in LA and or in Mexico City. And that's basically what went down with this whole thing. They waited for Wilder's case to clear court before anything went down with them. But like I said, the other organizations, I think they need to step up as well. I think the WBO, the WBA, the IBF, they all need to step in and get on the program because too many of these fighters are they're not testing. And one of these guys with natural talents, man, one of these big American fighters that got some talent is going to end up running into one of these Eastern Europeans and getting hurt because these other organizations aren't taking the steps that the WBC is with the VADA. And like I said, I'm not backing the WBC. There's a lot of fucking politics involved in any sanctioning body, whatever it is. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Povetkin, I'm glad he's fucking out of there. He is. He's dirty. And most of these Russians are dirty. And this goes all the way back to their fucking amateur program. I think every one of their fucking boxers tested dirty for the Olympics. I mean, fucking 90% of their Olympic team was dirty. So yeah. This is bigger than boxing.
Yeah, they banned the whole Russian team from participating in this past Olympics because of the steroid issue over there. So it is a big issue with the Eastern European countries. Just let me get your clarification on this, Stacks. So you said the $250K is just an automatic by contract or whatever they agree to, or is this something that the WBC can actually go back and find more on, or is that just already stipulated?
No, this was already stipulated when they first signed up for the VADA testing for the clean boxing program. It's already stipulated in the contract. Now I got ties out here with the WBC, so I can get in. I can talk to Mauricio. I can talk to Nancy Rodriguez, and I can get some more information on this. And anytime you guys want like shit from the WBC, if you need me to talk to somebody from in there, I have no problem doing that, man, and I will give you guys a straight answer. If you guys call bullshit, you guys call bullshit because I don't work for them. but I have ties to get in there and question these guys. And if you guys are ever out in L.A., you guys want to go to the WBC offices and talk to these guys, let me know, man, because I ain't got no problem going in there and taking you guys in there as well, man. We can sit down as media. They usually have, like, something, like, it's called, like, Coffee on Tuesdays or whatever, where they allow media in there to talk to Pepe Suleiman and Mauricio Suleiman if he's in there, if he's in the L.A. office. But they'll give you answers, and I'm sure, you know, a lot of it is bullshit, but, I mean, the offer's out there for you guys.
All right, definitely appreciate you coming on again, Stacks. I'm pretty sure you want to chime in on a couple of the topics we got coming up. We're going to try and shorten this one up and let a couple
I got a question for Stacks, though.
Okay, go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, hold on. Before you move on, I got something to say as well. Go ahead, Bo.
Okay, cool.
Stacks, I just want to ask you this now. We know that, you know, they are the only ones with the clean boxing program, but shouldn't there be something in place to where first offenders get heavily fined and heavily suspended to deter others? Because what I don't want there to be a 3-strike rule for them to really suspend people heavily and fine them. Is the WBC aware that they should have some stiffer in place for first-time offenders so we don't have to worry about repeat offenders?
No, exactly. I think there should be too. I think there should have been a heavier fine. This is just my opinion. I think it was more of them being scared of the Russian money and countersuits and counter lawsuits.
Yeah.
If that second sample came back clean, you know, if you go after the sample A and it's dirty, but then the sample B comes back clean, then they're opening up themselves to litigation. But that's just my opinion. And like I said, I can talk to Mauricio and find out why they didn't go after him. But like I said, they knew back in October. Mauricio put out a statement in October saying that, hey, once this litigation with Wilder, we send this to court and Wilder wins it, then we're coming after him full force. And before the Wilder litigation was even up, he had already tested positive for a second time. So.
Were these samples related to any of them related to Thurman or just the Wilder situation?
No, it's both. This one's on both. This one's on both. It's on the Thurman and the Wilder. Okay. Because the B sample they sent to UCLA for Thurman, and that one already came back dirty as well. And he didn't even try to fight that one. He didn't appeal it. He didn't do anything.
All right, TK, you said you wanted to chime in on this topic as well, man. So go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with both parties. I wholeheartedly agree with Bo. You know what I'm saying? They needed to have much different, harsher penalties. And I even said, I made a video on this, back in December, right after Povetkin got caught for the second time, right before the Berman-Stavern matchup. I said that he and Lucas Brown should both be suspended indefinitely because they both got caught twice within 6 to 8 months of 1 year. You know what I'm saying? That's highly unacceptable. Both of them need to be suspended indefinitely. Now, I agree with Bo, $250K ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? But they did suspend them indefinitely. And I agree with Stat on the point that they are afraid of the Russian money. I mean, hey, you got Andrade Ryabinski. He's one of the most successful businessmen in the world backing Alexander Povetkin. He made it to where they did a fucking polygraph test in Russia in the comfort of Povetkin's home country with his people around him administering the fucking test. And they were able to get away with that. So the stranglehold that Andrade Ryabinski actually has in a certain aspect of the business side of the boxing game, the WBC is not trying to contend with that. I'm pretty sure they sat down and talked and was like, hey, what can we do? But we have to make a decision here. You know what I'm saying? He did get caught twice. And I'm pretty sure that Andrade Ryabinski and all of Povetkin's team was involved in whatever decision was being made. That being said, don't be surprised if Povetkin is in the ring again soon because of Andrade Ryabinski and his ties on the business side of the fucking sport. Mind you, all of these organizations, they're non-profit organizations, but at the same time, they do make money under the table. It's obvious, right?
Oh, yeah.
So with that said, don't be pissed when you see Alexander Povetkin possibly stepping in a ring by the end of this year. I'm telling you motherfuckers now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about who you know and who you have supporting you. And Povetkin has a fucking multi-billion-dollar powerhouse supporting him, along with an entire country. So don't be surprised, man. But I will give them, the WBC, their credit. They actually did what they were supposed to do and saying they're going to suspend him indefinitely. Now, whether or not they go through with that, we're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah.
All right. And I definitely agree with some of the points made. The other sanctioning bodies definitely need to follow suit with getting their drug testing programs mandated. I know the WBA was conversing with the WBC about, actually, taking from their program, which is something we've talked about on one of our previous shows, a point that Bernard had actually mentioned. I'll definitely bring you back on later in the show, those stats. So thanks for chiming in with those facts about it.
Thank you, man.
All right. And let's go into our next topic, man. It was announced last night during the Porter and Garcia broadcast, but we've actually known that it was in talks, for the last month or so. But it's actually official now, April 22nd, WBC title eliminator. Andre Berto versus Shawn Porter, man, April 22nd on Showtime. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this. Let me start off with Big Cool, because I hear his big-ass yawning over there, so we need to wake him up.
He just finished eating. That's why he yawning.
Fuck y'all, niggas. I ain't yawning.
Itis, he got the itis.
That nigga did 2 push-ups. And he needs some oxygen.
I'll shut your bald-headed ass up, Bo.
Oh, this ain't no Walking Dead. He wants to watch that Walking Dead, bro.
Know what we talking about? Man. Talking about Porter and Berto?
Yeah, Porter versus Berto being announced for April 22nd. WBC welterweight title eliminator.
First of all, Andre Berto funny as fuck for what he said on the telecast, thinking that his fight with Porter is some must-see TV fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it'll be a good fight, but he know he's getting that ass whooped come April 22nd. It's just a matter of how Porter want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I see it kind of similar, even though Berto a little bit in Paulie Malignaggi. I can see him getting him out there like that, brutal fashion. Like I said, it's a good fight. I'm not gonna be critical of the fight because Porter has fought some dogs at 147, just coming off a fight with this past June against Thurman. He fought Brooke. He fought Alexander when Alexander was, still relevant. Fought Paulie. So I think it's a good fight. I expect Porter to do what Porter's gonna do. He's gonna apply the pressure, gonna work the body, herky-jerky. I think he's gonna stop Berto in round 7, 8. You can't never count out Berto because he can't punch, has fast hands, and he does have a tremendous heart and will to compete. But he's seen better days, and he's gonna wish he ain't signed that contract come April 22nd, man. So I'm saying, like I said, I expect Porter to be dominant and potentially set himself up for a rematch with Thurman, because I don't think Thurman's gonna fight nobody major until 2018 or something. We'll see.
I mean, I'm actually excited for this fight because this is a battle of the midget welterweights. They're both small, short, stocky, whatever you want to call them. So, pretty interesting fight because they're both midgets.
Really?
Let me go ahead and pass it on. Pass it on to Bernard on this one, man. What's your thoughts on this fight being announced? It's taking some time to come to fruition. The Porter team was actually antagonizing Berto a little bit about his reluctance to take the fight. So let me get your thoughts on it, man. It's finally going down.
You said it was a WBC title eliminator?
Yeah, yep.
Already.
So, yeah.
They try to throw an opponent up there.
We're about to see a rematch.
Possibly. But then you can't forget that Lamar Peterson is holding that
King Pete, got the WBA.
You know what I'm saying? Well, here's my thing. I could see it being a fight that the casuals would like. I could see it being a slugfest or all out brawl. I don't think it's gonna go to full 12. If it does, I'll be surprised, and I'll have it Porter. But I don't think it's gonna go to full 12. And I'm gonna say this: Berto still has a puncher's chance, and I say that because Mayweather, I'm not gonna count that fight. The fight before Mayweather and then Ortiz. And see, for some reason, he's running on a lucky streak of just catching cats. I don't know if Porter's going to end it, but I could see it possibly. He got the puncher's chance, and I was going to go say it's a 50-50 fight. No rebuttal? Hello?
Yeah.
You said it's going to be a 50-50 fight.
I think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm not counting.
Shit.
Nope. I'm not counting Berto out. I was thinking, don't count Berto out. He's running on some kind of luck. You know what I'm saying? That he'll be losing the fight, then boom, he lands the right punch. I'm telling you,
that was
man,
against Victor Ortiz.
No, I'm about Oscar Lopez.
Oscar Lopez is a blown up 140 pounder.
Lopez is trash, fam. Okay. All right. Look here, man. Let me.
Hey, no.
Save the casual from himself. Save the casual from himself.
We got to silence the casual. That was Bernard. I helped you build the casual image, but that was complete and utter fuckery, nigga. Look here.
I am this fuckery though.
Look, yeah, you're right, but damn, nigga, you ain't got to live all the way up to that shit, nigga. Let me just say this. I'm going to piggyback off of what Big Cool said about Andre Berto is fucking commenting about how this nigga talking about this is must-see TV. Andre Berto kills me about how he somehow seems to think in his head that he is still an elite level fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not as bad as Victor Ortiz. Do y'all fellas remember an interview that Victor Ortiz had with a Spanish lady? She was fine too, but she was interviewing him, and she asked him a question. She was like, you know, what do you see yourself, and you know, where do you rank yourself in boxing right now? This nigga said he is top 5 pound for pound. He told her that. And then you remember that shit? And the look she gave him was like, nigga, are you smoking crack, motherfucker? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not as bad as Victor. But it's getting to that point, dog. Andre Berto has been done, in my eyes, since 2009 when he really lost to Luis Collazo in January 2009. You know what I'm saying? When I saw that fight, I was like, this nigga will be taking a majority of L's the rest of his career. And that's exactly what's been happening since that fight. Go look at fucking BoxRec. He has lost the majority of his fights, or meaningful fights anyway, since that fucking fight. Okay? So, him thinking that he's still an elite level fighter at this point in his career is fucking asinine. Now, to get to the actual, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this: you're a boxer, and everybody knows when you're a fighter, you're supposed to have that type of confidence. And
I agree, but you don't get ridiculous with it, bro, because you
say you gonna win. Don't say you must see TV.
Yeah,
you say you gonna win.
Exactly.
But
you become a laughing stock.
I'm not playing devil's advocate, but
no, that's not promoting the fight, Bernard. Niggas are laughing at him right now by him trying to say that it's must-see TV. Motherfuckers already know he's going to get knocked out. That is not going to make people watch the fight by him saying that. You know what I'm saying?
They're probably chuckling at this shit.
Exactly. They know where Berto stands. Any type of motherfucker with a minimal knowledge of boxing, they know where Berto stands right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's not going to make niggas buy the fight. But the point I was trying to make earlier, for the fight itself, I don't mind it because it's a nice tune-up for Shawn Porter. That's what this is. This is basically getting a nice, fresh-cut piece of steak out the package and giving it to a rabid-ass dog. That's what this is. And he's going to eat. Easy work, fam. Nice little tune-up. You know what I'm saying? Put him back into contention. You know what I'm saying? I hated when they tried to push Andre Berto as Danny Garcia's next fucking opponent to fucking defend the WBC title. That's what I fucking hated, because Danny Garcia was an undefeated fighter, and he ain't fought no fucking body since Lamont Peterson, okay? So I was like, oh, he got the WBC title on ridiculous, standards in the first place, Paulie Malignaggi and fucking Robert Guerrero. So I'm not going to accept Berto. Fuck that. But for Shawn Porter, coming off a loss, and a fight that he could have won, by Big Cool and Swan Sanders and others, it's an excellent fight for him to get back in contention. So I'm all for it. But as for Berto saying that this is must-see TV, get your little ass the fuck out of here, nigga.
He gonna look like he gonna look worse than he did against Robert Guerrero, nigga. Eyes gonna be permanently shut.
He getting knocked out in 5, dog. Like he's fighting Ray Lewis's cousin, nigga. He about to get knocked out in 5. Real talk. Ray Lewis taught Shawn Porter everything he knows. Not his dad, it's Ray Lewis. Nigga gonna knock Andre Berto the fuck out, nigga. He gonna tackle this nigga, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna knock him the fuck out. That's what's gonna happen. Easy work.
Man, let me see if I can get Bo to chime in on this one. If he's still with us, Bo, you still around?
Yeah, man, I'm still here, man.
All right, man. Now, let me get your thoughts on this fight finally come to fruition. Like I said, it seemed like Berto was kind of reluctant to take the fight from what we've been hearing in the media. So let me get your thoughts.
It wasn't that he was reluctant. It wasn't that he was reluctant. Berto was acting like a diva because he felt being in the ring with Floyd Mayweather earned him some kind of cachet, and somebody needed to tell him that only happens when you win the fight, motherfucker. You don't get no cachet when you lose the fight. You get cachet for victory. You don't get cachet for L just because you was in there with the best of the world. That's not how that works. And then after that, Victor Ortiz and revenge fight. So he thinks that gives him cachet. Victor Ortiz had been removed from the ring how long? And you think you get some cachet for beating this motherfucker? So that was about Berto acting like a diva. That ain't had nothing to do with him being reluctant. Berto felt and still feels that he was the A side compared to Shawn Porter.
Oh, he's gonna get an A side of that one.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like, as far as I'm concerned, somebody should know that when you have enough egg in your name. Now, sit your ass down and be realistic. But as far as the fight happening, look, let me say this. I believe my partner was riding the way he was riding because Berto was also with his favorite trainer, Virgil Hunter. I'm going to play devil's advocate for the devil advocate. And I'm going to say my partner was doing that because of Virgil Hunter, who happens to be Andre Berto's trainer, and he has he has a soft spot for old man Virgil. But it's the fight that we expected to happen because Al Heyman made it perfect because everybody
I think
was coming off of you motherfuckers.
I think Berto was trying to pull a Burbain-Stavern and was trying to get that title shot without going to a damn eliminator. That's what he was trying to do. That's what I think.
And he probably was.
After he loses,
well, he probably
we ain't got to worry about that motherfucker no more.
Well, he probably was, but you know what though? This fight being made goes back to something we talked about Al Heyman telling everybody, y'all got to fight for your food now. Okay? Y'all got to fight for your food.
Because Porter been fighting for his shit for the longest.
So it's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's a good fight. I can't sit here and say it's a 50-50 fight. I think it's more 60-40. Even I even go as far as 70-30 favor Shawn Porter.
All right. So we're going to move on to our next bout. We did mention Lucas Matthyse was returning to the ring, but they finally announced his opponent for May 6th. He'll be fighting Emanuel Taylor. We know him really for his fight with Adrian Broner a couple years back. They'll be fighting in the 147-pound division. Let me get your thoughts on this fight, 2K, starting with you, as far as his opponent, Emmanuel Taylor. How do you see this fight playing out, this early take?
Kind of like how I saw, it really depends, man. It depends on how much Victor Postal took out of Lucas Matthyse. I don't know which one of them rowdy-ass niggas it was that yelled quitter while you was talking, but I agree with that nigga. I mean, there's really nothing else to say than that, dog. If he comes in there with the same, with the fucked up mindset, trying to fight Emmanuel Taylor at a higher weight class, then he's going to have problems, even though Emmanuel Taylor is really only a C-plus level fighter. Not even, I actually should be saying C level. But if he is the same old Lucas Matthyse, you know what I'm saying, the one that fought Lamont Peterson, you know what I'm saying? If he's that Lucas Matthyse, I feel that he knocked Emmanuel Taylor out with an arm punch just like he did Lamont Peterson.
Hey. You know what? Let's get this nigga off the range at this moment in time. I'm going to say this. They found Lucas Matthyse. Apparently, they didn't eat his ass. So I'm going to say this. He's training, but you know what? I'm not training for him to win, man. Just for that bullshit he was just saying, I'm back to transform. Emmanuel Taylor's going to beat Lucas Matthyse by decision. Hell, maybe late round stop 11 to 12. Fuck that.
Hey fam. This is all I'm saying, dog. Before that fight, Lamont Peterson, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Lamont Peterson was undefeated when he fought Lucas Matthyse. I don't remember anybody.
He had lost to Tim Bradley before.
Okay, yeah. No doubt. He lost to Tim Bradley. Good save. Tim Bradley didn't knock him out, right?
Yeah. No, he dropped him. He dropped him, I think.
Dropped him, but he didn't knock him out.
He beat his ass.
Lamont Peterson, yeah, he whooped his ass. I remember that fight. Lamont Peterson had never been knocked out, and he's a much better fighter than Emmanuel Taylor. Same thing here. Emmanuel Taylor only has 4 losses. He's never been knocked out. Even when he fought Adrian Broner, he was dropped, but he didn't get knocked out. It's almost the same scenario, only different, and they kind of have similar styles as well. Only difference is Emmanuel Taylor is like a level and a half below Lamont Peterson. That's what I'm saying. Lucas Matthyse, his head is not fucked up from the Victor Postal fight, and he goes in there, with the same mentality, the same style. He has the same firepower. Absolutely. He'll punch him like in the elbow or something, and the fight will be called. It's all day. That's easy work.
All right, big cool. Your thoughts on this fight, Matthyse against Emmanuel Taylor for his intro bout to 147?
I think Matthyse is pretty much done as a top fighter, but if he has anything left, he should stop Taylor. But I said the same thing about Molina. Even though he stopped him later on in the fight, he went life or death with him. I mean, shit, he quit last fight against Postal because of the eye or whatever it was. So I'm saying he might quit again. It depends on which Taylor shows up. I mean, like I said, I was never really high on Matthyse other than his power. Like I said, I think he's done as a top fighter. He's not gonna pose any challenge for anybody at 147 other than Emmanuel Taylor or guys on his level. But I mean, it's a good fight. I mean, it doesn't make me want to buy the fight any more than the main event. But I mean, it's good to see him back because he's a good puncher and he's an exciting fighter. So I mean, if he has anything left, he should stop Emmanuel Taylor and then no more than 6 or 7 rounds.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a good gauge to see where he's at mentally in boxing, period, just to see where his head is. And I don't see him being much of a factor at 147 anyway. But, yeah, definitely a good gauge just to see where he's at and to see if he could even crack top 10, possibly, and give us some possible exciting matchups, against the lower tier guys at 147. I guess I'll pass it to Bo. You got any thoughts you want to add on to this one before we go to the next topic?
Yeah, let me, you know what, found out that Danny Garcia came and fight did 2.3 million views. So it was the highest rated show on primetime on a Saturday.
What views are you talking about?
For the Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman fight.
And what was the viewership of it?
Like 2.4, something like that. 2.4 million.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
It was highest on prime time. And if taxes, they can come out too.
All right. So I guess we'll go on to our next topic, man. Actually, this is a fight I've been looking forward to because it's one of my favorite fighters. Gary Russell Jr. once again has a bout postponed, but this time it wasn't due to his injury. It was his opponent, Oscar Escandon, had a back injury. So the March 11th fight, which would have been this upcoming week, with the Charlo Hatley card, Charlo versus Hatley fight as well on it, is not taking place. So pretty bummed out about that one. I'm not sure who to go to on this one. I guess I'll start with Bernard because he usually has some interesting perspectives. I don't know, man. Does Gary Russell seem to just be having bad luck? I mean, I don't know. Because this bout was supposed to, this has been his mandatory for quite some time now, and they just can't seem to get it going for, one reason or another. Let me get your thoughts on Bernard, the latest setback in Gary Russell's career.
Oh, well, it's not really a setback on Gary Russell's career because, okay, we understand the first time it was his injury. It's more on his opponent. But let's say this, you said there's a back injury, right?
Yeah.
The fight is on March 11th?
Yeah, it was supposed to be on March 11th.
Do anybody know what his weight was? His
they were fighting at featherweight.
No. What was his weight before, like, his weigh-in? Like, you know how they do the 30-day, 60-day weigh-in?
Oh,
30-day weigh-in?
Know. Nah, I don't know.
So, because we don't know the details, could it be a weight issue? Then, hey, he could have made weight, so, hey, let me go and just take this injury real quick, and then, I'll recoup, and then we'll retrain for the fight again at a later date. Or it could be a legit injury, you know what I'm saying? So, that's my perspective on it. I mean, I don't know what's going on. There's not that many details other than he just has a back injury. And I think it's kind of weird that it's coming with, it came in pretty much almost a week before the fight is supposed to go down. So
yeah, that's my biggest thing. Like it came like a little bit with the less than a week before the fight to go, to take place. And when I say a setback for Gary Russell, it's because he's high. He hasn't been the most active fighter.
Okay.
So I mean, let me get somebody else's take on this one. I'll go ahead and go to Big Cool. What's your thoughts on this postponed fight and what it's going to mean possibly to Gary Russell right now with that inactivity?
Killing him, man. He already be talking about he don't want to fight that much longer anyway. I mean, and the way he's fighting, I mean, he might just retire because he don't fight that often. I mean, he still got to, oblige the mandatory. I mean, it sucks for him and it sucks for fans of Gary Russell. But, I mean, I guess they'll reschedule it for later in the spring, and hopefully both guys could make it through a full training camp, even though this is not on him this time, but hopefully his opponent can make it through a full training camp, and we can finally see this fight, and he can move on to bigger and better things. But it's definitely not good for him, going on with his future, especially if he wanting to fight these top guys who's fighting, on a regular basis and who, are higher caliber fighters. So, I mean, hopefully he can get over this hurdle and move on. But, everybody gonna clown Gary Russell, man, because he just don't fight enough. And when he do fight, some of the guys he fight shouldn't be in the ring with him. So he got to get out of his own way eventually. If not, then he's gonna be Gary Who instead of Gary Russell Jr. So
Yeah, and it's obvious the other guys at 126 outside of Oscar Valdez don't want to really fight him. So, I mean, Gary Russell's really in the hard place right now. He doesn't seem like he really wants to box much longer. I think he actually gets a bigger kick out of training his younger brothers than he does boxing these days. That's just my take from being a fan of his. But we'll definitely
see. Crazy though.
Yeah,
Hey, I got a question I can ask. Can't you find an opponent like just an opponent that might possibly be ready for Gary Russell just so he had to get a fight in?
I think that was something they looked at, but they decided that they're going to try and keep the card at the venue and just go for a different date. It sucks because, like I said, Charlo Hatley was supposed to be on this card too. So, they postponed this date a couple times. Initially, it was supposed to be on the Adrian Broner card in Cincinnati, and, then they gave it its own date, in D.C., and now, they're trying to salvage it for another date. So I don't know what this does for the, both of these guys are going on long periods of inactivity now, come to think of it, with Russell and Charlo.
That's the only thing bad about the PBC, if they don't fight as often as they should. And
R-I-G-O. That's all I'm saying.
Well, ain't nobody trying to fight Ringo.
I think that's bullshit on the PBC. You fuck that one matchup. Fuck it. You got other matches. You could have kept that Hatley, made that the main event, and let them go. You know what I'm saying?
But Gary Russell was a draw though. He's from that area. So
yeah, he was the main event being from the DC area.
Again, I understand that. But then you're saying, okay, yeah, but then I'm putting it on PBC though. You're wasting time when you can have that matchup set up already. It's already set up. These guys already gone through it. Then you put something like, okay, now I pretty much went almost 2 months of training camp for this fight. Now it's pretty much there's no fight, so I got to wait again. Wait for this guy and do it all over again. I think it's a waste of time. Just go ahead and keep the event going. And that's why I said if you could. That's why I asked earlier, could they have got an opponent? If not, fuck it. Keep the rest of the card, let it go. Even if it doesn't, it's not a success. You can always have Gary Russell's on another card out there again. You know what I'm saying? Just with a different undercard. So there's no excuse. You could have made it happen.
Yeah, PBC got to get their fighters fighting more regularly. That's the only downside I see. I mean, because Lamont came back, he was 16 months off? I mean, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Definitely has been one of the complaints about some of the PBC, fighters not fighting as often as we'd like them to, once and, sometimes under 2 times a year, like Porter. He was going on a period of inactivity even now heading into this Berto fight that was just announced. So definitely something they need to work out still, but we're getting bigger fights, so we can't really complain either. We got another fight that was announced. Martin Murray did announce he is moving back down to 160. He's fighting against veteran Gabe Rosado. Pretty interesting fight, man. Pretty interesting bout. I guess I'll go ahead and start with TK's thoughts on this one. What are your thoughts on this fight between Gabe Rosado and Martin Murray? Both 2 battle-tested guys at 160. Fought everybody, who you can think of.
Well, you're nicer than me. I mean, I'm not going to shit on the fight, but at the same time, I'm not going to say it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, basically, the reason why these two are fighting each other is because they can't beat any top-level fighters. They came up with every single – no, neither can Martin Murray. Motherfucker lost all his top-level fights.
I mean, he beat Sergio.
No, he lost officially. I agree, but he lost. So he's where he is today. So the problem is none of these guys can beat top-level fighters officially. That's why they're fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Martin Murray has gotten like 6 fucking tries to beat top-level fighters in his career. You know what I'm saying? He's probably only done it once. You know what I'm saying? And we're unofficially. You know, so it's a situation where they don't have a choice but to fight each other. And Gabe Rosado, in my opinion, he's been done. He should have beaten
He needs to retire.
Yeah, so exactly. I agree with you on that. If he can't beat Willie Monroe, then, at this point, dog, you're really just almost a fucking gatekeeper. And I rate him lower than I rate Martin Murray. I wouldn't say Martin Murray is a gatekeeper per se. I still think Martin Murray is a contender, but he's one fight away from being a journeyman. So basically, pretty much this fight basically says, for Gabe, if you lose this fight, you probably need to go renew that employment at Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? if Martin Murray loses this fight, that nigga needs to reevaluate whether or not he wants to be a gatekeeper for the rest of his career, or what he wants to just retire and be with his family, dog. So that's what this fight is. It's a measuring stick to see who's gonna retire first, basically.
Gabe can always ask for a revival of bare knuckle boxing too.
A raging babe, but whatever he can, he can be the spokesperson or some shit.
Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and pass it on to Bo on this one. What are your thoughts about this fight between Martin Murray and Gabe Rosado? It's interesting, like I said, just because they're both veterans and faced everybody. So, just to see that more than anything. It's not actually a barn burner or anything that's going to set the middleweight division on fire, though. So let me get your thoughts on it, Bo.
It's the best of the C-level fighters fighting each other. It's a crossroad fight, and regardless of who the winner is, they always find themselves in always in fights. But regardless of who the winner is, I don't see either one of these dudes making any moves in the middleweight division. To be honest with you, I'm just being honest. Regardless of who wins, like nobody wants to see like Gabe Rosado versus who. Martin Murray versus who? You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
So.
Hold on, Bo. I do want to see Gabe Rosado versus Billy Ho. I do want to see that. I do want to see that.
Hell no.
I'm not even going to lie about that.
After Billy Ho trying to lose the title.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. I think fucking Gabe Rosado fuck around and be a champion fighting Billy Ho.
Right.
I disagree with that. I disagree. I think
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think he'll pull the shit that he did against Willie Monroe, man, on that one.
I don't know, because, man, I don't know, Bernard. Billy Ho is not. That dude is literally on the same level. He's a champion that's on the same level as Willie Monroe and the rest of the guys. Real talk.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I thought Gabe was going to show up, and he didn't. So that was
Gabe probably lose no cut.
That's what the contender to get this Billy Ho.
I think Willie Monroe is and real talk. I think Willie Monroe is a better fighter than Billy Ho. I think Willie Monroe beat Billy Ho Sanders if they fought. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why that's more of an intriguing matchup for Gabe if they fought. He really has an opportunity to be champion. My bad, Bo. I didn't mean to take that. Go ahead, man.
Oh, no, you good, because I was actually going to say that. I was going to say maybe Billy Joe Saunders. I was actually going to say that. But outside of that, though, and you know what's fucked up is I think we talk more about Billy Joe Saunders than what's being talked about Billy Joe fucking Saunders. Which is fucked up, you know?
I mean, Martin Murray, I've always been a big fan of his just because, I don't know, it's just something I liked about him. I still think he could give a lot of the guys at 160 good work.
Disagree.
But like,
hell no, bro.
yeah, he can give good work to a lot of the guys at 160.
Disagree. Who he gonna beat? He might beat Billy Ho. Billy Ho.
He might be Andy Lee. He might get Andy Lee.
Andy Lee's whack. You know what I'm saying? The top fighters at 160. Now we gotta add Billy Ho in there, even though
I would like to see an Andy Lee versus Gabe Rosado matchup. That'd be another matchup.
The top fighters at 160 are Daniel Jacobs, Triple G, Billy Ho, and Avtandil Khurtsidze.
And Jamal.
Martin Murray
ain't fought yet.
And Jamal. Okay, yeah, Jamal. I'll add him in there even though he hasn't fought yet. That's four fighters. I don't remember. Four fighters.
That's Jamal the fifth one.
Five fighters. Martin Murray loses 4 out of the 5 fights easily. The fifth one has.
I said give decent work, man. I didn't say he win.
Man.
I said
you know
decent
what?
work.
You're right. He will give him nice sparring sessions. You're right. My bad. Sparring. That's easy.
Shit, ain't no need to take the fights in, man.
Man, cut it out, man. Y'all gonna stop dissing Martin, man. He should be a two-time champion. He should be a two-time champion.
You know what, though? I give Martin Murray mad respect. And I give him mad respect because Martin Murray, unlike some Caribbean dudes running around with a light heavyweight championship, is actually
we're not going to go into any. I'm not trying to get into
Bro, keep going. Don't stop.
Wait, hold on, Joe. Let me.
Today, man. My trigger finger is ready. I mean, it's right there on the button, man. It's right there. Keep kicking it. Keep kicking it, man.
Let me pay my respect, man. Like, I shitted on him this whole time. I do like Martin. You know what I'm saying? I've always liked Martin. Whenever he was going up against Arthur Abraham, I thought it was a good fight. I thought pretty much every opportunity he's gotten to be a champion. And like Twine said, he probably should be a two-time champion. I can't disagree with that. I agree with Big Pool. He did beat Sergio Martinez in Argentina. He should have gotten the nod in that fight. But my criticism of Martin Murray always has been is that he does not throw enough fucking punches. He stands behind a high guard and waits for way too fucking long. The only time in any of those fights, those high-level fights where he actually threw punches back was against Arthur Abraham, and the only reason why that was because Arthur Abraham's the same type of motherfucker. He stands behind a high guard and waits. You got 2 high guards standing behind motherfuckers in the same ring. Somebody got to throw a punch. So that's why that fight happened the way it happened. But, you know, Sergio, let's just be real, Sergio came into the ring the same way he came into the ring with Cota. The nigga had 3 knee braces and a motherfucking wheelchair to wheel himself into the ring. So that's why he lost to Martin Murray, real talk. So, but that is the truth about Martin, dog. He doesn't have a sustainable offensive attack, and that's always been his problem. And no matter who he fights, that's why I say he's just going to lose because he doesn't have enough offense, man.
Good point.
I think he'll be Gabe, though, if that means anything.
Of course.
Yeah, Gabe is definitely, I don't know, the fight against Monroe, I was like, yeah, you really need to let it go now, man.
This nigga gonna be stuttering and talking like fucking Magic Taylor or somebody. Keep that shit up.
I mean, you got your acting career to fall back on. Get them screen after guild. That screen after guild money, man.
The crazy thing about it, bro, he wasn't even that good in Creed. I mean, he's about the same level fighter in Creed and he is in real life. And shit, I'm like,
that's
damn,
fucked
bro.
up.
Really hope
we have made too many damn references to that movie in this show. I'm just saying that.
Well, we got too many below average fighters that was in it. And the one that was in it, the Hall of Fame that was in it got hurt off a fucking head, bro. What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Hey, but that was kind of accurate. Hey, but that was accurate though, fam. That was an accurate depiction of Andre Ward at that time, nigga. The nigga did stay injured at that time, so that's why I wasn't mad, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying, well, look.
Man.
No disrespect to Gabe and to Bellew, but it is what it is, man. Shit.
Yeah. All right, man. So we gonna get into one of the cats that was just talked about being one of the top 160 fighters, Avtandil Khurtsidze, who just was noted to take some step aside for Bellew. He'll be fighting Tommy Langford for the interim WBO title in place of fighting Bellew, who's trying to get a bigger name opponent, I guess. Supposedly
Triple G.
Yeah, they always talking that shit with Bellew. What do y'all think of this fight for Khurtsidze in place of fighting Billy Ho, though. I'll go ahead and start off with Bo on this one.
Khurtsidze versus Langford.
Yeah, for interim title.
You know what? I remember reading something with somebody on there. Oh, so Langford wants to commit suicide by fighting Khurtsidze. I actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually like this fight. Now, I don't like the fact that Khurtsidze had to take step aside money. I wish he wouldn't have did that. But
he didn't have to. Like this. Just remember, he didn't have to.
Well, yeah, no, he didn't have to. No, right, he didn't have to. But I'm not mad at it. I'm looking at it like it's a stay busy fight. It's for the interim championship, which if you get to that, according to the WBA rules, shouldn't according to the WBA rules, which I put as much faith in that as I fucking do as a fucking
WBO.
Fucking yeah. As I put as much faith into the WBA as I do to Bernard keeping his mouth closed when you piss him off. But I will at least say that if he wins this belt, that makes him like, you know, supposedly he can challenge for the regular, you know, big title. So I like it in that aspect. If that's what he's trying to do to position himself to make sure that he gets the title shot, is going for this WBA interim champ title. So I like it from that aspect. But basically, to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's a stay busy fight. I was never really sold on Tommy Langford. I'll be honest with you. I probably would have seen maybe one fight of his, and that was highlights, and he was getting his ass whooped in that. So it is what it is.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Big Cool on this one, man. Your thoughts on this fight for Khurtsidze as opposed to him just making the Billy Ho mandatory fight go down now. Let me get your thoughts on that.
I'm not too familiar with this guy, but I feel that he shouldn't have took no step aside money. You know, and let me ask y'all, why does a fighter do that? I mean, maybe it sounds ignorant action, but I never understood that unless they feel they're not ready. But y'all, from being on the show, y'all talk this guy up like, you know, like he just maybe the next coming. So
I guess it's free money at the end of the day. I mean,
exactly.
But would he make more if he fought Billy Ho?
He probably would. You know, for a guy like Garcia, he probably would have made more money fighting. You know, like, you know, Triple G was able to take step aside money for the Canelo Cota fight, you know, but, you know, that's a lot more money for him. So, you know, I guess if you're a name like that, yeah, but I don't know about Khurtsidze, what kind of step aside money he's demanding, you know.
Big Cole, think about it like this, man. Twan is absolutely right. Think about it like this, bro. You got to understand, and you know, you've heard me bitch about it on my show. You've heard me bitch about it on here. You've heard others on this panel bitch about it. Boxing has become a business. These fighters have become accountants. You know, they only care about money now. That's the majority of their reasoning for fighting now. It's not like it was back in the old days when niggas actually cared about legacy. So if you tell a fighter who has a mindset of, man, I'm just trying to get this paper over trying to fulfill a legacy, you tell him, hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars and you ain't even got to fight. He's going to take that. You're right. He probably will make more on the back end beating garbage-ass Billy Ho and taking his WBO title, but he has to work to do that. He don't have to work to get this money, so he went with that. That's exactly what happens when these dumbass niggas take step aside.
But see, this is why I don't understand why motherfuckers hate on Earl Spence. Earl Spence is not like that. He'll fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. Hell, he fucking told Kell Brooks, you ain't got to go to purse bid. I'll take the 25. You know what I'm saying? They let that shit. He was like, it ain't got to go to purse bid, motherfucker. I'll take that 25. He was willing to take that 25. Hell, he let Chris Algieri get more money than him just to get a fight. That's why I don't understand why motherfuckers hate on Earl Spence.
Yep. Absolutely, 100%.
Well, let me get your further elaboration on this 2K, because you did just recently interview Khurtsidze's trainer. What is it, Andre Rozier?
Yeah.
I know he was a little bit livid about how things had happened with the WBO and what they did with Canelo. Now he's kind of leaving that situation to chance again, even though I doubt it will happen again. considering what Canelo's doing, is a fight that he's taking. But why don't you think they took advantage of this opportunity now, considering this there and what happened with Canelo, originally?
Well, you got to understand, I interviewed Andre Rozier. I didn't interview Avtandil Khurtsidze, whatever his fucking name is. I didn't interview him. You know what I'm saying? Andre Rozier, the trainer, was livid about the discrepancy that the WBO had in ranking his fighter in the proper place. But Khurtsidze may not have been. You see what I'm saying? Those are two different people that care about Khurtsidze's career. Khurtsidze's actions tell me that his opinion on the matter differs from his trainer. Andre wants Khurtsidze to work. Khurtsidze don't want to work. You see what I'm saying? So, with that said, him taking step-aside money, it tells me that he doesn't share the same sentiment as Andre Rozier. Basically, Rozier was bitching and supporting. He was bitching for and supporting Khurtsidze when Khurtsidze really didn't care for it, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it seems like he's kind of been trying to zero in on a fight against Triple G and doing anything to get to it other than this. I mean, getting a WBL fight or actually winning a title, I think would have been the perfect way to set up a Triple G fight if that's what he really wanted, as much as him and Bellew have been saying. That's the one belt that seems to be eluding Triple G. And, he wants to pick up all belts. So I think if Khurtsidze really wanted to fight, he would have took the Billy Hill fight now, man, instead of doing this interim shit.
I agree. Makes no sense to me. I agree. And, and you made a great point. If he really wanted to fight Triple G, he would have beat Billy Hill. But this is the funny part, though, Twan. This might bite him in the ass because while Tommy Langford is an undefeated fighter, right, he's not a walkover. He's an undefeated, unknown fighter. He's not a walkover opponent. Khurtsidze's been outboxed by probably one of the guys at 160 that has the weakest chin in the division, and that's N'Jam and Jickham. You know what I'm saying? He outboxed Khurtsidze before to a UD decision. So Khurtsidze can be outboxed. Also, Langford is 6 foot tall. He has a major height advantage, and he has a reach advantage. Khurtsidze's only 5'4", so he can only fight Langford one way. Also, Langford is a boxer; he fights from the outside. So Khurtsidze can only fight one way, dog, and that's to try to get inside. So we could damn for sure see a fucking upset in this fight because he has been outboxed by an average level fighter before. So we could see an upset, man. It could bite him in the ass.
Definitely keep pay attention to that one. I'm not quite familiar with Langford myself, so I definitely will be paying attention to this fight just to see if that scenario does play itself out. Khurtsidze, he's pretty much known for beating prospect Antoine Douglas right now. And he'll be looking to replicate that scenario, I guess, against Langford to win the interim WBO belt. So I guess we'll move on to our next topic from there, man. We'll go ahead and start with our previews for this weekend's fights. We got Claressa Shields, man, making history on Showtime. First women's headliner on one of their Showbox cards. She'll be facing Sylvia Sabados. And I believe it's for, the NABF middleweight title.
Yes, sir.
6 rounds, I'm not sure, if I'm not mistaken. There's already talks of her going fighting somebody else after, so they're already trying to put her on the fast track. So they not playing with Claressa, man. Let me go ahead and start with 2K, man. What do you see from Claressa early in her career? She's only one fight in, but what do you see from her early right now that you think will help her be successful in this fight, on Saturday for the NABF title?
Well, I just want to reiterate one more time before I start that I want to show my approval of Showtime. you know, they must, like I said, they must have listened to this podcast. They must have listened to Colossal Boxing Talk, the Gods of Boxing Talk, Truth or Facts About Boxing. They must have been reading Twan's articles for Hoop Jab, because we've all expressed how we wanted women's boxing to get more of a spotlight in 2017, and they jumped out early, and they actually answered that request. Now, with that said, Claressa, Sylvia is kind of like Yasmin Rivas. You know what I'm saying? Yasmin Rivas is a tough fighter. She goes in there to brawl niggas. You know, if you get close to Yasmin Rivas, you're going to be in a brawl. Same thing with Claressa Shields' opponent. But Shields should beat the hell out of her because the kind of like with Amanda Serrano and Yasmin Rivas, the skill level is probably like 2 to 3 levels different. Even though Claressa has only been a professional for one fight, her amateur pedigree shows that she's so much better as a fighter than Sylvia is. So she should get her out of there. If she doesn't get her out of there, she'll just beat the hell out of her like she did her ex-amateur foe in her first fight. So it'll be a good showcase for the casuals. I think that's why they chose this particular opponent as her next opponent to headline this card, because I know the casuals will like to see this war that's getting ready to happen. Claressa is a technical fighter, but she likes to brawl as well, and I think that she will give us that. So it was an excellent opponent choice. It was a smart opponent choice, and the reason why they got her, somebody else on the docket for her, because they know that they're going to have success with this card. So I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to support it. And, big ups to Claressa Shields, man. I wish her the best of luck.
They're actually looking at her fighting WBC champion Christina Hammer, like early, sometime later in the year, early next year. So, yeah, they're definitely putting her on the fast track, man. They're not playing with Claressa at all, man. Yeah. Let me get the rest of the panel's take on this fight. Claressa Shields making history. Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to be on. These lights are flickering already and shit. Let me say this. Somebody posted something on our page, The Movement, about Cecilia Brackets already having another opponent lined up. And I'm going to say the same thing for Claressa Shields, and what I just heard about Brackets is these goddamn dudes fighting need to take notice. These women are fighting or having fights lined up immediately. They ain't bullshitting. They ain't fucking around. They ain't having contract issues. They ain't having A-side issues. They ain't having none of that shit. They are not fucking around. And these motherfucking men need to take notice of this shit right here, because I said it once, I'll say it again. If Cecilia Brackets, Heather Heath Hardy, Amanda Serrano, and Claressa Shields were fucking men, shit, all of these dudes would be in some motherfucking trouble. Okay? Yep. But I like this. Like you said, with Showtime, Lou DiBella has always been a big advocate about it. All right? So I like this move. And like 2K said, on my show, Truth and Facts, me and Bernard is always grabbing female fighters and interviewing them. We interviewed Melissa St. Ville. I think 2K is, they're going to have her on. We interviewed her, American Haitian-born fighter, Angela Hetton, Chantel Cameron. I mean, amateur fighters. Because these women are, when you watch them fight, you might not get the oohs and ahs and knockouts unless your name is Aaron Wolf. But when you watch them fight, they are fundamentally sound, and they fight. These motherfuckers, regardless of what you say, these motherfuckers fight. So I'm glad this is happening for her. I'm glad she's headlining it. I wish her the best, but I do need Showtime to reach over the pond and grab the most beautiful woman in all of combat sports and have her on their show.
All right, and that's something I've pretty much been pushing for in the past week. I was tweeting Steven Espinosa about that as well, bringing Cecilia Brackets and Amanda Serrano on Showtime. 2K, let me get your opinion on them trying to get her set up Claressa to fight Christina Hammer so early in her career. I know Claressa has the amateur pedigree, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. fundamentally just as fundamentally sound as one of the dudes from Detroit, Michigan. Like she came from the school of Kronk or something. But do you think it's too much too soon for her, even in the pro ranks, or is she destined for this?
Yeah, I think it's too soon. Christina Hammer has been dominant at that division. Christina's got a fight coming up in April, and this is to defend her. I think she's the WBO and the WBC middleweight champion. So this fight will show us whether or not, if you don't already know, whether or not Christina will be too much for Claressa. On paper, looking at it, I think she is. I like Claressa. Her amateur pedigree is dearly noted, but damn, dog, like, let's see her fight some other cats first. Like, literally, let me see her get 5 or 6 fights in at least. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to put on the fast track. I don't think Claressa Shields is as dominant. Let me say this. I don't think Claressa Shields' amateur dominance will carry over to women's boxing as well as Vasila Lomachenko's did en route to him becoming WBO 122-pound champion before he gave it up to go to 120 or 130. I'm sorry, 126 before he went to 130. So I just don't think she's going to be that dominant as of yet, like right now. Like her first fight, while it was a good fight, I saw a lot of flaws.
A lot of flaws.
You know what I'm saying? So, and Christina Hammer is a veteran. She's 20-0 with 9 knockouts, man. She's been doing her thing for a while now. I just don't like that fight, fam, for right now. Just give me like 6 fights first, then do it. But for her third fight, no, I don't like it.
So, okay, you think her dominance would be better for long term?
Say that again, Big Cool?
You think her dominance would be well suited for longer term success than what you were just saying? Okay, I get you.
Yes, you know how like Floyd Mayweather was a good amateur. I mean, he was robbed in the finals of the Olympics. He should have been a gold medalist. Andre Ward was a dominant amateur, and those guys were pushed correctly as professionals, and then they became dominant professionals over time. I think they need to do the same thing to Claressa Shields, man. Real talk.
Hey, real quick, not to add, I forget the chick that fought yesterday on the undercard.
Heather Hardy.
What you think about her, like 2K and Twine?
Me personally, I think she's getting a lot more push than she's worthy of. I think there's better women's fighters out there. I actually think she got a gift in one of her last fights, not this one from last night, but the one before that. I actually think she lost. But, it's good to see her getting the push, but I don't think she's as good as the push she's getting, especially when, like I said, there's, Amanda Serrano and stuff, the Bellew. I mean, she's definitely got talent, but I just don't see her panning out being, doing too much personally.
Yeah, I agree with those sentiments, man. She's a good fighter, but, once she gets in the eyes of elite-level talent, she should be taken off that pedestal pretty quickly.
Yeah, I just asked because somebody mentioned her, I think on the Showtime or CBS telecast saying she should be on Showtime. One of them, somebody said it, but I was just wondering.
Yeah, she's gotten a real heavy push, especially with the New York cards. I've covered a couple of fights out there. She's been on all of them, so she's definitely received a heavy push from Lou DiBella and the New York. She's gotten a lot of love been well received out there. All right, let's go on to our next topic, I guess. We got another fighter who's not as active as you would like him to be, fighting for a title this weekend, though, to make some more noise in the 154-pound division. Demetrius Andrade facing Jack Kulke for the regular WBA title. super welterweight. Man, this is definitely a big move right here. Could put him in that position to be a mandatory challenger for Alexander. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this fight, man. Starting with Bo, since it has implications on Cubans. I figure I just get a take on it first.
You talking about Demetrius Andrade?
Yeah, Andre versus Cool K. Let's get your prediction on it.
The best junior middleweight in the world.
The who? Hello?
The best junior middleweight in the world.
I'm sorry, you had something in your mouth. I'm sorry, you got something in your mouth. What'd you say? I can't hear you.
You heard what I said.
I can't hear you. You
take Andrade's boo-boo out your mouth. Take Andrade's boo-boo out your mouth.
What you say?
I can't hear you. But for those of us that actually know boxing and can put on a pair of gloves and get in the ring, I like this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think it's a smart move by Demetrius Andrade. And right now, Lauda is being backed into a corner. And hear me out. Lauda just got through fighting Yeti Foreman. He took heavy criticism for fighting Yeti Foreman. Lauda put out a tweet that said that he told his team to get him Andrade next. Careful what you wish for. So at some point, he's going to have to back up these words. And if Andrade beats Cocaine and gets that title, this is going to be that put up or shut up moment for Alexander. He's going to have to fight this. He's going to have to deal with him. Now, it was curious because when he had a chance to deal with him, Andrade went this, took this route. Even going this route with the WBA again is still a guarantee. But I'm not necessarily mad at this move, and it makes a lot of sense. But at the end of the day, listen, Demetrius Andrade should be a guy that we are talking about. Like when he finally retires, this is a guy that should have close to a better record than what he has, but because of his inactivity, he don't have it. Like he fought Willie Nelson, and what happened? And that was a great display. And I watched that fight, and I think it was somebody else that said the 2K. I've been watching that fight, and I said there's a lot of motherfuckers at 154 that just decided to wait because of that fight right there. So it's a very curious case with Demetrius Andrade. I'm not going to even shit on this fight. I'm not going to even talk shit about it. I think if him and Lauda do fight, that's a 50-50 fight. Even though I still believe Alexander Lauda may have lost a step, and he's going to be in there with Demetrius Andrade, who has suffered 2 back-to-back losses to him in the amateurs. But that don't mean anything. But don't think that's not in the back of his head, because I've always said amateur scoring is totally different than the pro level. So I like this move by Andrade. I'm not even going to shit on him. I'm not even going to talk bullshit. I like this move. And if he wins, I do want to see Alexander Lauda finally put this to rest. Because the reality is, if Alexander Lauda fights him, and let's say he wins, then he's done something that neither Charlo brother has wanted to fucking do. And what I don't want to happen is Boo Boo wins, and Erickson, Lubin, and Jared Hurd get that opportunity, and everybody gonna be shit like, why are these motherfuckers fighting the dude that you should be fighting? So I hope he wins, and when he wins, put pressure on Lauda to fight. Put pressure on him to make that fight, and we'll finally have our conclusion to this story.
All right, we're gonna go around the rest of the panel and get their predictions on this fight with Andrade and Cool K. Big Cool. Who you got winning this fight? Fashion, KO, decision. What you got, man?
Andrade beat him once. He's gonna beat him again. He's gonna stop him. It's gonna be similar to the performance of Willie Nelson, but it's gonna happen quicker. Andrade KO 5.
All right, Bernard, your thoughts on this one?
Boo Boo late round stoppage.
All right, and let me get 2K's take on this fight as far as breaking it down. As far as Andre,
Really?
is it going to, does 2K present anything for Andre to be worried about in this fight?
Man, first of all, Sickle is absolutely correct. Boo Boo is the best 154-pound fighter out there. Nah, man, Boo Boo can fight this fight any way he feels like he wants to fight it. He's gonna shit on this cold cut cat. You know what I'm saying? It's easy work. He's gonna knock this motherfucker out. If he's not playing with him, like how dogs and cats play with their food, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna get this motherfucker out of there in like 6, man, or 5, maybe even 4, dog. Like, this is a complete mismatch. And that's why Sourland was bullshitting on the negotiations, man. They know it's a bullshit fight.
You got to give Boo Boo credit, man, for going over to Germany to kick this dude's ass. And he's doing it for a very low payday. I mean, like, it's downright disrespectful, but, you know, Boo Boo
That's
doing
why
what
he
he got to do
like
himself
it's
in
disrespectful,
position.
bro. He gonna be
It's kind of like it's similar to what Errol Spence is doing to Kell Brook. I know I just pissed off a whole bunch of UK fans, but I don't give a fuck. It's the same thing.
We know what you're witnessing with some of these cats, man. I mean, when you see Andrade, when you see Errol Spence, you just know what you're witnessing. These are greats. These are greats right here. There ain't no.
And I got to give it to him. I got to give it to him. Andrade is the best 154-pound contender there is right now.
Okay, well, when him and Laura get in the ring.
Does he have a title? Does he have a title?
When he fight Laura, he'll have one.
Does he have a title?
Does he have a title?
Answer the question.
Does he have a title?
As of Saturday.
Does he have a title?
Saturday he will.
Does he have a title?
Saturday he will. Right now he doesn't.
Does he have a title? I mean, I know he's real good at crashing press conferences, but does he have a title?
He ain't got a title, but Saturday he will, and then
No. He'll have a version of a lower title because he's a lower contender right now. But he's not champion, right?
All right.
You know, you doing the Cuban thing on you now. I actually wish 2K was on the show the other week when we did this as a fantasy matchup, because I actually brought up some similarities between Andre's build and Paul Williams, as far as stature. And, that was Blair from, of course, that was Blair in his prime that fought Paul Williams and was able to counter him.
Man, who watches TV, man? Who watches TV?
Yeah, that shit is loud.
Probably Bernard. I already know it's him.
Nope.
I know it's Bernard.
Nope.
All right, but it just made me think about, if it was a couple of years ago, I think Lara probably could beat Andre, but I don't think this version of Andre now, with Lara being a couple years older and apparently slowing down a little bit, I think this Andre beats him.
Easy. Yep. I ain't gonna say easy, but he stops him.
So we go on to our next card. We got another one. HBO actually has the headline card of the weekend since the Gary Russell fight was canceled. We got your Yorkers Gamboa making his return to the ring, first fight under Golden Boy, facing Rene Alvarado at the 135 division, I believe. Let me get you guys' thoughts on this fight. As far as Gamboa finally being in the ring against somebody other than that wasn't even the trainer that he was fighting before. I don't know who that was. That was just somebody's homie kicking it, or somebody's water boy. Let me get y'all thoughts on this fight. I'll go ahead and start with Cubano Loco. What do you think of this fight in your Yorkers Gamboa? Is it too late for him signing with Golden Boy and trying to finally, put something together with his career? Okay, I guess we lost Bo again. I'll start off with you, Big Cool. Same question.
I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen him. Well, he fought, but I mean, he had a lot of potential. I mean, I still think he had some potential, some good matchups that he could, in his division. But he has to get through this guy this weekend and look good doing it. We all know he's a supremely talented guy, fast hands, big power, exciting fighting style, can outbox you, but he's not disciplined inside or outside of the ring, which has hindered him. Made some bad decisions outside of his signing, with some guys that don't have his best interest. But when he's on his A game, he's hard to beat. Look what he did when he fought Crawford. He gave Crawford everything he had into, the size difference and skill, played a factor. But I think he should wipe this guy out rather easily, whether he knocks him out or just outboxes him. And then we'll see from there. But we can't really judge him right now because we haven't really seen him. And this is his first fight back in a while with Golden Boy. So Saturday night we'll see how he performs. But if he performs underwhelmingly, it's hard to really make a case to, him getting a meaningful fight where we see he has a chance in. So I'm going to just go with the wait-and-see approach come Saturday night. Hopefully he looks good. He's dominant. He displays all the skills we've grown to love him for. And wins impressively. So I expect him to win. But Willie, we don't know.
All right, I'm definitely expecting a good fight out of Alvarado. He's been in there against some pretty game guys, so he's definitely going to come to fight. So that's a good thing. But other than that, let me go ahead and pass it on to 2K. What do you think as far as what does this fight mean for Gamboa's career right now?
Hey, my bad, fam. I was sidetracked by something Nicki Minaj was wearing. Her titties are out. I was looking at them titties, so I didn't hear anything you said.
You chose to be distracted, dog. You chose. Just admit it. You chose to.
I don't know if y'all seen that shit, but I was like, God damn, the whole time.
What group is it in? I'm gonna need a tag or something.
Hell yeah, but yeah, I think it's a good fight for Gamboa, him being on that layoff like that. For me, even though this guy is not on the level of a Gamboa that we're used to seeing, you know what I'm saying? It's still a good measuring stick because, man, this is do or die for Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of Juan Guzman so much, dog. Like, Juan Guzman, the listeners that don't remember who he is, he was like the boogeyman.
Great.
135.
Yeah.
From 130 to 140.
130, 135, yeah.
And he fought at 140. He fought at 140 as well. Because when he was at 140, a lot of cats wanted Mayweather to fight him. And, Mayweather, I'm not saying he ducked him or anything, but he didn't entertain that fight. But he was the boogeyman, but he could never get fights because he could never make weight. You know what I'm saying? He always had weight problems. Now, Gamboa doesn't remind me of that per se, but he reminds me of the fact that he is an excellent fighter that can give anybody fucking trouble, but he is never active. You know what I'm saying? As you look at him like, damn, nigga, you could have been something. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at Joan Guzman. So, Gamboa, I think he turns, 36 this year? He just turned 35. He's turning 36 this year, dog. This is do or die. He's got to beat the fuck out of Rene Alvarado. He needs to beat him in impressive fashion. Alvarado's only been knocked out once. It was in 2015. But he has 7 losses, and 6 of those, went to decision. So he's even though he's a tough competitor, he's got to knock him out, man. And he's got to do it in impressive fashion. And after that win, if he wins, he needs to immediately seek a contender in the division in order to continue his career on the path that we would like to see it on, man.
Now, this fight is at 135, I believe. Is it 130 or 135?
I think it's 135, yeah.
All right, do you guys think that's another issue as far as Yuriorkis Gamboa? Is he fighting in his most effective class? Because I think 130 was probably his most effective weight, and even at 135, I think he was still kind of small for the weight class. So let me get you guys' thoughts on that. Okay, I'll start with you first.
I think Gamboa can. I think he can move around, man. I don't think 135 is a big deal. I think you're right. He was more effective at 130. But at this point in his career, he's getting older. Weight comes with age. So he's going to have to eventually get acclimated at 135 if he's not already. I mean, he won his last 2 fights within the 135-pound limit. So, and, of course, it was against meager opposition. But still, and he did give Terrence Crawford, a little bit of trouble before getting knocked out. But
okay, I was just able to verify this too. It's a 130-pound fight, so he is fighting in this more effective division. So that's good to see that.
Yeah, I mean it just depends, man. I don't know. It really depends on. He's been on a layoff, man. It just depends. So it doesn't matter to me where he's fighting at, honestly.
I think it depends on him how disciplined he is. Like I said, he handled himself pretty well against Crawford, but he kind of gets reckless. Like, I mean, you don't always have to, get a guy out just because you got him hurt. You got to remember who you are and what gets you fucked up. And he don't have the best of chance. So if he fights discipline, he can outbox a lot of the fighters from 130 to 135. So, I mean, he makes things tougher on himself than they have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also fights to the level of his competition sometimes. You can see, I think he had to be amped for some fights. In other fights, he doesn't get up for him. You definitely get that feeling from him in some of his fights. But that'll lead to the main event of that card that's happening on HBO on Saturday. Middleweight clash between Curtis Stevens and David Lemieux. Not a bad fight on paper, man. I'm not sure how much of a meaning or significance it bears on the middleweight division right now, but still a good matchup nevertheless. Let me go ahead and start with Bernard on this one. What's your thoughts on this fight? And let's do the prediction.
Oh, this fight it's not gonna last long. It's gonna end in the mid rounds. I'm not impressed with Stevenson in his last fight. I feel like David Lemieux will get him out of there. I hope it lives up to all the hype, all that shit they've been talking about on Twitter and stuff. I actually hope they actually go in that ring and slug it out. You know what I'm saying? Give the casuals what they want.
All right, Big Cool. I'll pass it over to you, man. Let me get your prediction. How do you see this fight playing out?
Man, Curtis Stevens talks a lot of shit for a guy that mentally. Who is a mental midget? Put it like that. You know what I'm saying?
But he's called the cerebral assassin now too. Let's not
well, shit, I don't give a fuck what he calls himself. I'm calling him a mental midget. You know what I'm saying? He a midget literally and mentally. So whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not like the disrespect. You know what I mean? And when he comes to fighting, chill. But I think
he need his ass. He need his ass knocked out one more time after the fucking panels he was wearing. Fuck that shit.
I don't care about all that. I don't care about what he's wearing. I care about what he do when he's in the ring, and he disappoints time after time after time. He talk a lot of shit, and he just mentally gets zapped out of the fight against De La Rosa. He should have had his ass out, when he had him hurt. But I don't know what the fuck happened. And I think that Lemieux, I don't care for him either, but I think that he's gonna beat the hell out of Curtis Stevens. Curtis Stevens doesn't really take a good punch. He relies too much on his power. And like I said, man, once Lemieux, that leather start flying and he can start getting hit with that shit, that motherfucker gonna look through his corner. He gonna start making some excuses. Left hand hurt, and it's gonna be a wrap, man. I think he gonna get stopped in brutal fashion. 5 rounds, 6 rounds, but it'll be a good fight while it lasts.
All right, that is something we have come to know from Curtis Stevens. He does mentally check out of a lot of fights. Even his most recent fight that I think he got a gift in. mentally checked out of it for whatever reason after looking good in his first bout with John David Jackson. Puts up a stinker. So
you still with John David Jackson?
Yeah, he's still with John David Jackson for this fight.
Both trash.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how everything pans out. Let me get your take on this one, TK, as far as prediction and how you see the fight playing out. Any competitive advantages you think either fighter has over one another?
Bo said something earlier. He said that Martin Murray versus Gabe Rosado is the fight that should be labeled the best C-level fighters, right? This one is a fight where it's the best, or at least the top. Well, I would say top B level, not the best B level, because I think the best B level fighter at 160 is fucking Daniel Jacobs, but the top B level fighters anyway. And I actually think this fight actually does mean something because, the winner, I think Stevens or Lemieux can actually give Daniel Jacobs and Billy Ho Sanders problems if they all actually fought. So this fight does mean something, but as far as the way it looks, we all know, hey, neither one of these niggas know how to box. So both of them are gonna be, swinging for the fences. It's really what's gonna matter here is the person that is able to push the other one back. Who's gonna be the more aggressive fighter? In my opinion, if you box David Lemieux, that's the only way you can keep him off of you. If you are a slugger or a brawler, you are not able to keep David Lemieux off of you, dog. It's impossible at that point in time. That's why Triple G elected to box him when they fought. That's why Joaquin Alstein was able to box him and beat him, give him his first loss.
Second loss.
Second loss. But Curtis Stevens does not have that ability. So I see Curtis Stevens getting slept. Probably. I see it should be a barn burner for 6 rounds, but he'll eventually get slept.
Is he gonna make a face like he did against Triple G?
Woo!
Is he gonna make?
He gonna roll on out the ring after that shit too. He gonna just roll on out the ring.
All right, so I'll go ahead and complete what the rest of the panel thinks. I definitely think Lemieux is going to knock out Stevens. The cerebral assassin will come up short like his stature.
That nigga like 5'2", ain't he? He like 5'2".
I mean, he say he 5'7". Curtis Stevens, he say he 5'7", but I'm like, I think he like 5'5", 5'6". Like he not tall at all, man. He's very small to be a middleweight.
Oh,
man. So yeah, we're gonna go into our U.O.E.N.O topic for this week, man. We got another good one. Hopefully Scott Knipe is listening because he's gonna love the hell out of this one. I've been coming up with some good ones the last couple of weeks, even though I don't like this one myself personally, because it's about one of my fighters. And this day, 1988, Sumbu Kalambay beats Bodysnatcher Mike McCallum to retain his WBA middleweight title.
You should have warned me, man. That's one of my favorite fucking fighters, man. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I'll tell you, man. I've been giving
Keep it going. I would like to hear this one. I like to hear it. Shoot. That's all.
No, but you know what? We got the rematch. That's what matters, man. Bodysnatcher got the rematch. That's what matters. And no, Sumbu Kalambay was not over the hill when Mike got the rematch. God, I don't want to hear that shit. So
he wasn't. Whooped his ass.
So that's gonna lead us into our final blow for the weekend, man. Let's go, Big Cool. You got it.
Man, I'm gonna keep it short, sweet. David Haye, I'm gonna say this before I go in on him.
Oh
I respect any fighter or any person that gets in the ring. I have never got
It's
in the ring.
It's cornrows, right? It's cornrows. Tell me about the cornrows.
I respect him. I respect him as a fighter. I respect what he fought through yesterday with the torn Achilles tendon. But that doesn't change the fact that he floundered a lot of opportunities throughout his career to be more than what he is. He chose to fight domestic, big fights instead of fighting the best in the division. He gave us Ugly Harrison, Derek Chisora, a motherfucker I can't pronounce, fucking Monte Barrett. I know that was his first fight in heavyweight, so I understand that. He fought John Ruiz, who was way past his prime, and I understand he fought Nikolai Bellew for the title, but he chose the path of least resistance. And when he finally, decided to man up and step up, face the best heavyweight at the time, Vladimir Klitschko, you know what he did? He stunk out the joint, blamed it on a fucking hangnail or whatever the fuck was wrong. And, I just feel that guys like him are a bad representation for boxing. Not saying they should be banned or blackballed, but, the fight, his mentality is all wrong. Had physical ability, could punch, could box, fast hands, athletic, but chose to, shortcoming or whatever I'm fucking looking for. And it all came to an end for him. I think his career came to an end yesterday. He stopped the torn Achilles. He got embarrassed. I know 2K was saying, Bellew's trash, which he probably is, but the fact that the fight went longer than 3 or 4 rounds yesterday was bullshit. If Haye took the fight seriously, like if he would have took his career seriously, he'd be a great champion. He should have trained hard. When you got somebody in front of you that you should beat, you shouldn't cut no corners. Doesn't matter if there's a big, huge gap in talent or whatnot. Great fighters prepare. All fighters like they're fighting, on their level. And for him to let that fight go past 3 or 4 rounds, he got what he deserved, man. I don't wish injury on nobody. He got his ass beat or whatever you want to call it. He took a loss to a blown-up light heavyweight, a guy that jumped from light heavyweight because he couldn't cut it there, to cruiserweight who won a title luckily or whatever you want to call it. And Bellew didn't even go looking for the fight. Haye was the one called him out. So I wish Haye a full recovery, but I don't never want to see him in the ring again. I mean, like I said, he ain't gave us no good memories other than Enzo McInerney knocking him out to unify the cruiserweight division in his last fight. He hasn't really gave us any good memories. Huh?
Hey, hold up. He didn't even unify, fam. He was, by that time, he did unify, but he wasn't the undisputed champion. I want to clear that up for the viewers. Yeah,
he wasn't undisputed. Yeah, he had 3 or 4, titles in that division. But like I said, he fought Ugly Harrison, a guy who should have never been in the ring with him. Don't care what he did as an amateur, because he didn't do shit as a pro. He fought Derek Chisora, pulled a bitch move on him, glassed him, knocked him out, in the ring. So, like I said, I don't feel bad for him getting shamed how he is now because he brought it on himself. When he had plenty of chances to step up, I know the heavyweight division hasn't always been as of late. He could have fought Areola, Adamant, fucking Tony Thompson, better guys than he did fight, and he chose to go the soft route, and karma came right around. Yesterday, he beat in his ankle and in his ass. So, good riddance, David Haye. Hope you enjoy your retirement. Be cool, won't be missing you in the ring. So that's it, man.
You know what, man?
He had a chance to get that WBA against Shannon Briggs. Probably he could have got that WBA.
I want to say something, man. I agree. Even though I shitted on Bellew hard, and I will continue shitting on him, you know what I'm saying, later on when I do my damn recap on my own channel, I agree 100% with Big Cool. David Haye completely squandered his opportunity to become, one of the better fighters, not just heavyweight champions, but fighters, period, because, he did unify 3 of the 4 belts at cruiserweight, and he could have continued his legacy at heavyweight if he wouldn't have put so much attention on trying to fight the Klitschkos to the point where he goes in there, fights Vladimir, lays a fucking egg, fights Derek Chisora right after that, and then retires for 4 fucking years, giving up the rest of his youth. You know what I'm saying? The rest of his potential that he has as a fighter. From 32 to 36, you missed all of that. He completely squandered an opportunity to become a remembered fighter, not just heavyweight in boxing. So I agree 100% with Big Cool, even though I shitted on Bellew earlier, man. It's an excellent final blow.
Definitely agree, man. And lose the cornrows, dog. You lost all rights to it. All rights to it.
Motherfuckers, go ball.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We already got a thing against pretty haired motherfuckers anyway on this show. But you had to live up to that damn hype and lose to fucking Bellew. And like you said, either blown up light heavyweight that got knocked out by somebody that you continually diss. And then they couldn't put his ass out, man, at heavyweight. That shit just definitely, it didn't sit well with me at all. At all.
Yeah.
I understand with the injury, but it just didn't sit well with me.
And the crazy thing about it, he chose to tough it out against a guy he didn't even have to do all that against if he was well prepared instead of doing it for the, get his bladder in. That's what's disappointing, you know what I'm saying? So
through the ropes, dog, through the ropes.
And you know what's funny? Big Cool even supported it again, man. And I think we should have had a segment on David Haye, fam. Like this motherfucker even said in the goddamn, what is that shit, Ringside Report? Not that one, Beyond the Ropes, the one with Johnny Nelson. He said that this fight is a tune-up to get him ready for the elite level heavyweight. He even said that he didn't give a fuck about this fight because it was just a tune-up. So Big Cool saying that David Haye didn't take this fight seriously. David Haye told us he didn't. He told us that. And that's what happened, man. He broke his fucking ankle or his kneecap, whatever the fuck it was, and he ended up losing. Stupid, man.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to live this one down. You know, that Bellew, he definitely, he wasn't even on anybody's radar as far as winning this fight. You know what's a trip is Derek Chisora actually predicted the outcome of this fight. Now, if you know if that crazy motherfucker can get something like predicting, yeah.
Hey, hold on, I got a question. Is this upset of the year?
Oh,
no.
I don't know if you can consider it that, man. Considering Haye been active.
Haye's trash. Yeah. He was looking like Wilder out there. He was looking like a smaller version of Wilder with that swinging and shit. So,
I see where you're going. Technically, you could say it is, but Haye didn't take this fight seriously. No way.
So far.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, definitely so far. Well,
so far.
Man, I don't know, because this is a clown. This is a circus show.
It was a WWE type fight, bro. The fight
should have never fucking happened in the first place. So this is a circus. This is a sideshow, in my opinion. So I can't put a sideshow. I can't give that sideshow credence over an actual real fight. You know, I think upset of the year was Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz. Fuck that. I'm going with that.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, man, it's Tony. If Bellew's trash, then motherfucking Haye is dumpster juice, because these Bellew is trying to leave Bellew or whatever getting fucking as much out of his damn talent as he can.
Through the ropes, man. Through the ropes.
He should have kicked his ass while he was down. He should have kicked his ass while he was down. Fuck that shit.
That is not a good lasting impression for David Haye, man. Like, you don't want to be remembered by that one. I mean, by Tony Bellew on
just
the ropes.
Look, he looked like a preacher dipped him in the water too fast. Baptized.
But yeah, man, that concludes our topics for this evening, man. We'll be back again next week, with another week of topics and, of course, reviewing all the fights from the upcoming weekend and, all the other news that's coming up, man. Cubano couldn't make it through the rest of the show. He's out of the country on vacation, so, probably lost of power or something. But whatever it is, man, we'll be able to catch up with him next week, hopefully. For the rest of my co-hosts, Big Cool from Colossal Boxing Talk, Bernard from The Truth of Facts About Boxing, And we got 2K, the guy from the Guys of Boxing Talk, man. We'll catch up with y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.